driving through Albany that apparently the driver was falling asleep on the wheel and couldn't stay in his own lane.
Oh God.
I ended up finally passing him while blowing my horn just to make sure he stayed awake long enough for me to get past him. Speaking of which, I better check the news.
God.
Yeah, so I've got the Smash Bros topic then.
Yep, sounds like it. I don't think Steve was going to take a topic since he was Nintendo.
Okay, is he going to be with us? He's still muted and gone.
Yeah, I'm
eating.
I'm walking downstairs right now. I just finished eating.
Ah, okay. Cutting it close. I feel like we're really cutting into your life.
Why do you think we're not doing this on Sundays anymore?
Before I start, can I check my volume on
sure.
Audacity?
Yeah,
sure. Hello, one viewer. How are you?
Hello, one viewer.
Oh, shoot. I got the notification and forgot to click it, and now it's disappeared.
All right, we're good.
What did I come back to?
Someone's dying. I think it's Justin.
Oh, if that's just...
I have been dying all day long.
I think that's the sound of the gas escaping the corpse.
So, fun fact, our one viewer almost got to hear me use the restroom because I forgot to renew my phone.
Oh, jeez.
Luckily, you told us about it.
Yes, you saved yourself the embarrassment. Good job, Steve.
We had 3 viewers, but now we dropped it down to 2 after you told us about your potty time.
Did you just say we had 3 viewers, but now we dropped it down to 4?
2.
I heard 4.
I heard 2.
I mean, I very well could have said 4. I don't know. You know me, hacks.
I wasn't listening.
I don't know. Maybe the audio glitched when he said 2 and he heard 2 twice.
That's not how hearing works.
I mean, I am definitely hearing
it. Isn't?
All right. Well, I think that means that we are ready to rock and roll. Yes.
Can I test my audio one more time real quick, just because I restarted my recording?
Sure.
Show enough, Buttercup.
Sorry, it won't take long.
It's okay. This is still early for us.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Okay, good. It's picking up. Oh.
And we lost Justin.
Off to a stellar start. This is going to be the episode that we get back on when we talk about our professional podcasting careers.
I need another table. Having 2 laptops and another screen doesn't work on this setup. Oh well.
We'll be all right. You need to get one of those. Have you seen those laptop or not laptop? Those screen mounts that you can bend and move at your own will or whatever that goes on the back of your desk.
That's all fine and dandy, but remember, I record on 2 TV trays in the spare bedroom.
Yeah.
For only
if anyone
$10
needs a
a
green
month,
screen, it's me.
For only $10 a month, you can help support local children like Steven to afford better recording equipment.
Did you want me to start singing "In the Arms of an Angel"?
Get you in the background.
But god damn it, I've got my giant pastry with me though.
This is a hungry Steven. He doesn't have to go hungry though. He just ate dinner. And on that hilarious note, why don't we get this show on the road?
I think we still have to wait for a Justin. Are you with us, Justin? No, we do not have a Justin. So when Justin comes back, speak up.
He left because he couldn't take it anymore.
Do you blame him? He couldn't handle Mario in the background.
It was the first thing he said. He came in, he's like, is that going to be on all the time? Because I don't know if I'm going to be able to focus.
And is that when I inserted music right off the bat?
Yep.
Yeah, that's exactly what happened.
Oh shit! I'm not used to having a wire. This is really weird, but I like it.
Hello, 6 live viewers. We are on a journey. We're going to make it into
Through
Infendo Radio land.
time and space to the world.
On our flying carpets, right behind Eugene's head.
That's right. Don't you forget it.
That makes
sounded
me
like,
so happy.
That laugh sounded like Ganondorf or something.
Oh!
Lucas, I wonder if we could get Peeve to appear on a random episode of Infendo Radio.
Peeve. Who is
What's a
Peeve?
Oh my
Peeve
God,
Steve
Lucas.
Cox.
I didn't
My
hear.
alter ego, remember? Peeve Steve
Oh, Peeve.
Oh.
I like Peeve Steacock. He's a cool dude. All you need is a pointy mustache and a beard.
Yeah.
And then we'll get you like a weird audio converter where it'll like make your voice sound all deep or something.
Ooh, there we go.
So, oh, is Justin back?
No.
Justin's
Yeah.
here. Justin doesn't
Okay.
want to stay
Oh.
though.
I'll save my
I wanna stay, I
Frangolio
just wanna stay
story
awake.
for another day.
All right, guys, what do you say we get synced up, huh? All right, let's do it. On 3, 2, 1. All right.
That's the most together it's ever
Justin,
been.
what you at?
Yeah.
I don't know. 10 minutes.
I'll take it. Lucas, what you at?
21, 18 and a half.
All right, and the half. Let's go
Good.
with Jay-Z.
5 minutes, 32, 428.
All right. How about Hacks?
9:51.
All right, and Steve was 4:13.
Yeah, 7 seconds away from a good time.
Oh God.
How'd that
All right,
taste?
let's do
Like
that.
coffee.
All right, you guys ready to get rocking and rolling?
I think this is as good as it gets, Boo.
I'm gonna go with it. I'm gonna say yes. So let me make my Audacity note here. All right. Hello, everybody, and welcome to Infendo Radio. This is episode number 435. It is the 25th of March. We have a bunch of patrons with us tonight. Let's start with them because screw you guys. You don't give me money every month. How the heck are you doing, Jay-Z?
Tired and waiting for my Switch to come back.
Oh, yeah. Sounds like we're going to have a conversation about that later on today. How are you doing tonight, Hacks?
Doing well. I'm freshly groomed. I look like a baby
Okay.
with a beard. That's nice.
That's all we ask from our listeners.
But yeah, doing well.
Very nice, very nice. Phantom, how are you doing this evening? You are not on vacation this week, but last time we spoke, I guess that was like 2-3 weeks ago. My goodness. You're back to work. How's that feeling?
Has it been that long?
How-
God, it feels
when
like
was
it's
your
been
vacation?
years.
Yeah, right? Shoot.
I'm pretty much just obsessively playing Disc Jam, and I think I have a problem.
Oh, gosh.
Phantom
You know,
is
I see
like
the
the
name
number 8.
No, he's number 2, dude.
No,
Oh, God. He's like
Yeah.
the number 2 ranked player on the Switch.
Okay,
yeah.
am I the only one who sees the
Wow.
name Disc Jam and thinks Disc Wars from Tron?
Yes.
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 Okay.
Yes.
Showing my age again, clearly.
That's one question answered.
Well, Justin, besides Tron, what the heck have you been doing this weekend? It sounds like you had an eventful week too.
Oh God, yes. And if I'm a little off my game, my fiance and I went to New York City yesterday. We got up at 4:00 in the morning, and we got to bed at 4:00 this morning. So, But I got to go to the Nintendo store. So, those of you who are following me on Twitter, check out my new profile pic. And we went to the Met and went out to eat, and that was just about it.
Nice. Awesome.
I always love a chance to go to New York City.
Right. Oh, well, Lucas, you're newly employed since our last podcast, so that must feel nice.
Yeah, that's a thing. No more 2 jobs that pay below minimum wage. I'm very excited for that. So yeah, life is good for me.
Very nice.
I don't know how I could possibly top that news with video game talk, so I'm just going to let the conversation die.
I'll take it. Well,
natural causes.
Hopefully we all don't die of natural causes when Steve hosts Nintendoons tonight. How the heck are you doing tonight, Steve?
It amazes me, no matter which one of us it is that hosts Nintendoons, unless it's you, we always have issues. We're fine every other week, but the one week we have to host, that's the week we have issues.
Sure.
Break this
But
time.
that's okay, because I've got a Pikachu with me. A giant-ass Pikachu.
That thing's the size of your face, dude.
Dude, it's huge. For those of you that
And
aren't
it's
watching
cuter.
live, you should be. He's not wrong. It is cuter.
Yeah, I saw those at the Nintendo store, and I thought the thing is monstrous. Who the hell would want to carry that thing around with them?
This guy.
Apparently, Steve.
I mean, especially
I don't
since
even
it's
care
meant
about
to
the
be,
game.
especially since it's meant to be used with a portable game. You'd think they would have made the amiibo smaller.
But then
It's
nobody would
bigger
be
than the
talking
3DS
about
it
it.
sits on.
Yeah.
All I saw when it came out were tweets about this stupid amiibo because it's so big and isn't that exciting? So.
Yeah. Get me an amiibo card. I'll be happy. I'll just close it up inside my 3DS.
Ooh, can it be one of those jumbo size ones like they
Hey,
sell?
were we doing
boxes?
a podcast?
It's a Nintendo related topic.
Speaking of doing podcasts, we're doing a Patreon giveaway this month. You actually still have a few days left to enter. Zelda chess set, really awesome. All you need to do is give us $1 on our Patreon, patreon.com/Infendo Radio, and yeah, you'll win that awesome looking chess set that Lucas has right in front of him. So yeah, please go check us out. Yeah. So what do you guys say we get right into the news, shall we? I think I'm actually the first person up, so let me take it right away. So Nintendo kind of explained why that some of the indie devs were refused access to the eShop, and it's kind of interesting when you read the entire article. But basically, they're almost saying that they're trying to do kind of keep up the quality control and kind of put down the shovelware that was from on the Wii U and on the 3DS. And yeah, Justin is saying, thank goodness, right? Because it was kind of hard to sift through that stuff on those other consoles, like it wasn't curated very well, So yeah, I'm super excited that, I mean, maybe some of the smaller indie developers like that RC Maniacs, we kind of saw him tweeting about it earlier on this week. But yeah, I mean, honestly, I think this is all good all around, honestly.
Now the next thing they need to do is start implementing a system where if your game is on sale for more than 2 weeks in a row, it has officially reduced price. Because I get so sick of going into the games on sale and seeing, and this was the same way with the Wii U and the 3DS, going into the games on sale and seeing the exact same games for months at a time.
Yeah.
But I mean, better quality games can never be a bad thing.
For sure.
Yeah, I mean, as long as it doesn't limit any legitimate developers from publishing. I remember that was a big issue with what system was it? There was some big kerfuffle a few years ago about that. It became so difficult for developers to get access to publish on a system that that just kind of died.
I'm going to guess it was probably Xbox One because they had originally had that whole, no reselling of games,
right?
And all the DRM and everything like that. I'm just guessing. I know that the PS3 was really difficult to develop for, but I don't think it was anything that Sony did other than have a, difficult operating system.
Well, I know it wasn't Sony that was having issues with games on their shop because they've got some of the worst shovelware around. Lucas
Sure.
and read some of those PlayStation Store descriptions and had
Oh,
a
yeah.
really good laugh.
I remember hearing actually about a few years ago, back in like the Wii U days, how Nintendo was incredibly strict with like how much of a finished game they would allow onto their shop. Because like most developers would be submitting their stuff and it was like 15% done to start getting clearance and all that. And like the people they were dealing with were like the super business head type people who like don't understand that this isn't a finished product. And like, you know, they were just like, your game isn't done. And that was apparently a big criticism a while back. But hey, Wii U had its fair share of shovelware. That's why I own games for toddlers. So, you know.
So before I toss it over to our patrons, I'm going to read Damon Baker's quote here from Kotaku. So he's speaking with Kotaku, he said, I think the best way to explain it, over the last year, we've been evolving past what was initially more of a curated content position to now a curated partnership position. So part of the pitch process for new developers or new publishers who come on board with Switch is to not just pitch us a brand new game or a brand new concept, but to use that opportunity to prove their background, their aptitude as a developer, and whether they're going to be able to navigate through what can be a complicated process of going through the development cycle and certification and all of that. So that's part of our evaluation. And he goes on more to, from there. But yeah, I mean, honestly, I think this is good all around. So Hacks, Phantom, Jay-Z, you guys wanted to chime in here?
I will. There were a few indies that were announced right after that I have no idea why they weren't in there, why they didn't push hard for them. Sorry, I had something in my throat there for a second.
No worries.
But like Hyper Light Drifter was announced right after.
Mm-hmm.
I'm kind of confused why they didn't push for that to be in there. I mean, that's a big game. It's got a big following.
Sure.
Part of me can't help but wonder if maybe they did that due to the fact that it is a big game and it has a big following, and therefore people will know that it's coming to Switch. Or like they could even just push it with a minor push on the eShop, being like with those news notifications on the Switch itself, being like, hey, Hyper Light Drifter's here, rather than dedicating and stealing time away from the indies. Because all of the indies,
kind of like Undertale.
Yeah. Most of the indies that came up on the Nindies were like straight up indies. Like I love following indie games, and I'd never heard of almost all of them. And I was like, what the hell is happening? So
And
I feel like
there are a couple of them that I'm excited about. Sorry, go ahead.
I feel like Banner Saga is a pretty big one, though, up there with Hyper Light Drifter.
For sure. Banner Saga actually has me excited because I was a Kickstarter of that initially, but like I never really got into it because it's on the PC, but I'll play it on Switch.
yeah, and Banner Saga was the last game, right? That was on that indie. Like it was their like one more thing type of deal.
Yeah.
So that, you know, that makes a little bit more sense for that to show up. But then like if they had other ones, I'll figure out.
Is that the timer this week? Why didn't you warn us?
Because I told him not to.
That's fantastic.
All right. So yeah, that's awesome. So I mean, like we're kind of saying, I think this is all just kind of good stuff. I think honestly, Nintendo's position in the last generation was that they kind of needed everything and the kitchen sink on their eShop, you know, because there wasn't anybody else that was putting anything on there, you know.
It was an N64 situation all over again. Mm-hmm. Whoever wants to make games for us, do it. We need them.
Yeah, exactly. All right, so moving on to a game that everybody's gonna play. Let's talk about Smash Bros. And Splatoon 2 tournament at E3.
Well, there goes that announcement. Yeah, Smash Bros. And Splatoon 2 are getting tournaments at E3. That's the news.
At least we know now that it is going to be the Switch version.
Well, yeah, that's the thing. They've just said it's the Super Smash Brothers Invitational 2018. So I, as far as I understand it, from everything I've read, they say it's going to be featuring the Switch version. It's not going to be the Wii U or anything like that. So that nonsense can be averted real quick. I know Splatoon 2 is a lot less exciting, but they're going to have a world championship with that. It's going to be featuring 4 teams. And then there's a quote from Doug Bowser. I find it hilarious. His last name is Bowser. I'm sure the rest of the world knew that a year ago. But He is the Senior Vice President of Sales and Marketing, and he said, and I quote, Nintendo always takes an original approach to video game competitions, and the portability of Nintendo Switch enables unique gameplay possibilities. We're looking forward to watching some of the best players in the world test their skills against each other in these two uniquely competitive games. So yeah, the long and short of it is it's more of the same with Nintendo when it comes to their competitive side. They've really gotten into that lately. They launched their Twitter earlier this year or late last year, and that was the whole like Nintendo versus thing, and they're embracing it, which I think is really cool. And we're gonna get to see Super Smash Bros. Gameplay, which is really cool because that means that we're gonna get to see some gameplay footage at E3. So that's always
which I'm sure we're going to anyway, but it's nice.
Yeah, but now it's
have
nice
it
to have
confirmed.
confirmation. You know, now you can go and do it and just be really like. I remember last time when Smash Wii U was coming out, or was it Brawl? One of the Smashes, they had this footage that I'll never forget of Link and Sonic fighting on like a Star Fox stage. I just watched that video like 100 times because I was so excited for the game. And now it's like, hey, get to do that all over again. I wonder what fight will stick with me this time and be the one that makes me go, I can't wait to play this.
I bet it was Brawl, because wasn't that the first time Sonic appeared in Smash?
It was, and I'm pretty sure the stage was the Star Fox stage for Brawl, so I think it was a long time ago. But Smash Bros. Is always exciting. It's good to see it, coming out at E3 again. I think that'll make for a really successful E3 for Nintendo.
I'm excited for Smash.
But hey, that's just one.
I mean, for me, Smash is it's comfort food, like Rocket League or like Mario Kart. It's one of those games where even though I don't play it every single day, my God, do I enjoy it because it's so good.
Yeah.
So
right. I think Phantom was saying even then in the Discord that it's like a game that you play when you don't know what else to play. Like,
exactly.
It's just always there.
And it'll be interesting to get hopefully more information on new characters and new stuff like that. You guys just wrote, I think Phantom and Lucas just wrote a great article on Infendo about characters they want in Smash. And
thank you for the plug.
and those reveals are always so good.
It was great until you mentioned it.
If Goku's not on that list, then I'm not reading it.
Yeah, right. 10 out of it's 1 out of 10. 1 Dragon Ball out of 10. Or out of 7.
Eugene, you can comment down below.
Except Namco Bandai, I don't think is helping with the development on this one, so there's less of a chance to get Dragon Ball characters.
Pac-Man's gone.
No, I really think Pac-Man's coming back.
I think so too.
Nintendo and Namco Bandai's relationship is so long and so strong that it's inevitable that he's going to be in there again.
Are we going to have to do an entire episode just about Smash Bros?
Yes.
Like, is that going to be a thing?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. You know what's going to be really cool though is that with this new Smash, hopefully finally they just like get the tournament, like, because there's going to be a tournament, right? So hopefully that means that there's going to be like tournament in the actual game, because wasn't there in the Wii U game it was kind of like half-assed, like it was not
weird.
Really, yeah.
Yeah.
So maybe that's going to be a thing. I would really like to see that again. I had a lot of fun with that with Melee.
With the strong stance Nintendo's taking on competitive play, I could see it being a thing, Like, I could see that being something they'd want to implement this time. Seems like they're taking themselves a lot more seriously lately with that, which is nice to see, because that's what really attracts those, like, hardcore, die-hard, players.
I know that the 3DS version of Smash 4 had that weekly or like every 3 days voting thing where you fought it. Did the Wii U have that as well?
I don't think so.
I don't think so. Yeah, I kind of remember.
Return.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I want there to be like some kind of subspace and missionary type of substitute or whatever the hell that word is called.
Subspace
Yeah, whatever that. I want that back. I love that.
Yeah,
mode. Like,
me
it was
too.
So awesome.
I think the reason they haven't done it. The reason I read. Am I still here?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Still here.
Yeah.
Okay. Because everything's frozen on my end. I read somewhere that they didn't do it for the new versions because the whole purpose for them was to show off the full motion video, and then what ended up happening was people would play it and then they'd upload it to YouTube, and that kind of ruined that part of the game, so they didn't do it for this one.
In addition to that, and I heard that was the official reason too, it's a massive undertaking. There's like 50 minutes of cutscene footage.
Yeah.
The game itself takes like days to get through, and that's just a sub mode in an already existing game. Like that's a lot of extra work to put into a feature that people are going to play once or twice, as opposed to, you know, focusing on the core game. So
I mean,
Right.
Yeah, I mean, I'm with you, Eugene. I would love to see something like Subspace Emissary come back. I've actually wanted to go back and replay that.
Me too.
But I mean, hell, if we get something like whatever the Smash, whatever it was called on the 3DS version, I'll be happy
Smash
with
Run?
that. Yeah, Smash Run. I love Smash Run.
Right. Well, going into more Smash Brothers news, Justin, why don't you take us away?
Yes, somebody who some characters who were, I guess, hopefuls for the last Smash Brothers may still have a chance of appearing in the next Smash Brothers, at least as far as Phil Spencer is concerned. If anyone remembers, they had the I don't remember what they called it, the thing where you voted for a new Smash character.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Smash Ballot.
Smash Ballot.
Yeah, Smash
Yep,
Ballot.
yep.
And a lot of people were requesting Banjo and Kazooie. You know, hoping against hope that it would happen. Of course, Banjo and Kazooie are rare characters, but they were developed for and originally published by Nintendo for the N64. And Phil Spencer of the head of Xbox said back then that he was willing to allow the characters to appear in Smash Brothers if Nintendo approached him about it. And somebody on Twitter called @BanjoEXE asked him.
That's so perfect.
Yes, asked him recently, "Are you still willing to let Banjo and Kazooie appear in Smash Brothers?" And he said simply, "Yep." So, and you know, with Minecraft, I know we have, you know, Banjo and Kazooie skins in Minecraft on Wii U and Switch. And we've got the, you know, Better Together thing going for Minecraft, and, you know, Microsoft seems, and the cross-platform play and all of that. So it's looking, I mean, who knows? We'll find out in June, or, you know, maybe as late as September or whenever, you know, what the whole roster is going to be. But maybe there's still a chance to get them, because Microsoft seems pretty willing to you know, play ball with Nintendo. So I'd like to see it.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say, is with the Better Together update with Skin Pack 1 in Minecraft that allows Master Chief to be in the Switch version of Minecraft and Banjo and Kazooie to be in the Switch version of Minecraft. It's nice to see Microsoft and Nintendo playing nice for a change. So hopefully that does mean that we're going to get some stuff like that.
I mean, aside from the lunch, okay, Winnie, if you're not going to look at the camera, then there's no point in pointing at it. You know, aside from the lunchbox comment back in 2000, 2001, Microsoft really hasn't had that strong of a rivalry with Nintendo. I mean, they allowed Rare to develop games for Nintendo even after they purchased them, and, you know, they allowed Rare to develop new games for the Game Boy Advance, and I don't know if Rare was involved in Diddy's Kong Racing DS, but it was certainly their game. So, I mean, Microsoft has been pretty friendly with Nintendo over the years. It's Sony who seems to want to be the only game in town and kind of doesn't want to play with everyone.
Well, and I mentioned this in the article that Phantom and I wrote about the characters, because I actually threw Banjo and Kazooie in on that list that you should totally go read on Infendo.com. But if it is too complicated to work with like a major AAA studio, personally, I would take Yuka and Laylee as a substitute. I think maybe going through a what do you call it? Like a smaller, albeit still really respected, like indie group might be a little bit easier. I think they'd probably be pretty excited to do something like that, and I wouldn't mind it. Like, they would be a fine replacement for me. They already kind of are the Banjo and Kazooie replacement, you know?
And as long as we're getting indie characters, you know, hoping for indie characters in Smash Brothers, I think I know what Steve and I are rooting for here.
Are you rooting
Yeah,
for
check the chat. Shovel Knight for Smash and Shantae for Smash.
Well, I'm leaning more towards Shovel Knight, but Shantae's good fan service.
I was totally off. I thought you guys were rooting for Vroom in the Night Sky in there.
No, that's just
I'm calling it right now. When King of Cards is released, Shovel Knight, there will be an update on the Nintendo YouTube webpage that shows Shovel Knight in Smash.
Yeah, I
Yes.
think so. That'd be awesome.
I'm
As long
putting
as none
my,
of you
I'm calling my
guys. Oh
shot.
no, I'm looking at the chat and somebody already said it. Did nobody say Crash for Smash? No, but that's an abomination.
No, yeah.
Oh, it's happening.
Steve,
It's in the article.
Steve has it as like his dream come true, and I
Yeah.
just
I
It
almost
makes
want to
me
see Crash
sad.
more than Shovel Knight at this point.
Oh God.
Can we get Master
my
Chief?
brother,
I
my
want
brother,
Master Chief in
welcome
Smash.
to. Welcome to my Ridley paradise, my brother. You will be shunned.
Master Chief in Smash, and Cortana can be like his little Luma thing following him
Oh,
around.
there you go.
Oh
Well-
God.
And I've already got a Shovel Knight amiibo, so I would much rather have a Crash amiibo and a Shantae amiibo at this point.
Oh,
You
I'm
freaking
shot at
fanboys.
All right. Well, that brings us to our timer. That actually brings us to the end of the news for the week. Kind of a short one, but we're going to take a little break. We're going to let Steve set up, and we're going to get ready for Nintendo's.
The timer needs to be a little bit louder. I almost didn't hear it this time.
Can I throw something out there while we're just kind of chilling and waiting for Steve to set up?
Steve is set up, but yes.
I kind of dug not having quite as many news stories. Maybe if we don't have too much news, we can just kind of keep it light.
Yeah.
Like
I
the
kind of
fact
like
that
that
it only,
too, right?
yeah, the fact that it only ran like a half an hour instead of like the usual hour wasn't a bad thing. Like maybe we don't have to force 5 stories in every week if we can help it. Like,
For sure.
And
I
I
like
mean,
that too.
especially this week, because we've got all our patrons here. Our change the system is going to take longer. So,
yeah,
For sure.
yeah, it'll help kind of balance things out.
well, except for
For
Minus.
sure.
So
Minus, what did you play this week? The crying game.
Oh,
Wait, what
All
happened
right,
to
so-
Minus?
you mean Jay-Z?
Jay-Z. Sorry.
Oh, okay.
here at Infendo Radio, we promise to forget your
That's-
name if you give us money.
Oh God, how many times have I forgotten names?
And
Isn't
we
that-
guarantee you'll be
isn't that
called
right?
Phantom at least once.
Please,
Isn't
please,
that
it's been
right,
long enough to get
Hacksaw, AZ,
together.
and Ghost Boy?
If it makes you feel any better,
Sorry,
I've
Jay-Z.
called Lucas Steve and Steve Lucas multiple times. So
Yeah.
No, you don't call Lucas Steve ever, but you always call Steve Lucas.
No, he's called me Steve before because I
Oh, has
always
he?
go, "You monster!"
Just don't call me late for dinner.
all right, Steve, Lucas, whichever one of you guys is hosting Intentunes today. Whenever y'all are ready, why don't you take us in?
All right. And welcome back to Infendo Radio. Tonight, I will be your host for Nintendo's. What I've done.
That's Lucas.
Totally killed it.
Oh, jeez. I was doing so good up until then, too.
I
can
hope
call you
you
Betty.
wrote down
And Betty, when you call me,
where
you
you're
can
gonna
call me
have
Al.
to edit that, Eugene.
Eugene is good at breaking me. Has anybody else noticed this? Every time
All
I
right,
break,
Lucas,
it's always
get back
Eugene.
on track.
Yep. Take
Ah,
this time with more
Okay.
feeling.
God.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back.
We got our stinger.
The intro at this point.
Oh, God.
Oh, shit. And welcome back to Infendo Radio, everybody, where nothing has gone wrong. We are completely prepared every time we do this show. We have no issues. And you never break the host, do you, Eugene?
Never.
Looks like it's my week to host Nintendo's. So what I've done with the help of our Patreons over at patreon.com/Infendo Radio, I have prepared 11 tracks, 11 games with music that I will be playing for these guys all to guess. Justin, are you ready? With your
Is this round just for me?
yes.
We should probably also mention that the reason that we have these guys on the show at all is because these are all $50 or more patrons. So
Yes.
you guys rock, and you totally deserve to be here. You deserve so much more than that. But we're a poor, humble podcast, and we can't afford to do that. So enjoy this butchering of Nintendoons with us, please.
Oh, we will.
All right. So are we all ready for our first game? Now that Eugene has completely sidetracked the show.
Let's do it.
Steve,
I'm ready.
that was Lucas, not Eugene.
Yeah, come on, man.
I already knew it. Start mixing my co-hosts up now too. Oh geez, why are there so many tracks? It was not supposed to be this way.
Me and Eugene are like the sister of Infendo Radio.
Sister.
All right. Well, here is our first game. This is brought to us by Corrupted, one of our patrons.
Very nice.
At the $2
So here
level.
it comes. How's the audio level?
Is this Plague Knight?
No, it's not. Oh, my theme this week, by the way, is all portable games.
Oh no.
It's sister for the Game Boy Advance.
Okay, hang on. All exclusively portable games, or all games that have appeared on portables as in any?
All games that can be played on a portable console.
Okay, I think it's
Switch is a portable console.
Yeah.
Switch is a portable console, so yes.
Okay.
But this is obviously not a Switch game.
Oh yes,
I mean, it could have been
because
Shovel Knight.
there are no Switch games that have 8-bit music.
How about another
I
guess?
actually agree with Justin. Anyway, any guesses?
Fun story, I
I got
actually
nothing.
was going to use this game a few months ago, but couldn't find the soundtrack for it.
It's jamming, man. I really like it.
I really enjoy
I
it.
did
Yeah.
too.
Is this a Game Boy Color game?
It's a Game Boy game, and I think it had some Super Game Boy stuff with it.
God, this game is that old and it has that good of a soundtrack.
Castlevania?
Yep.
My time.
It's not Castlevania.
Metroid?
It's not Metroid. And I just realized I need to turn on my other computer to give you some hints. So. Let me get you
How about
another.
another track? Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it something Yoshi related?
Wario Land 2?
Is this Adventure Island?
No, no, and no to all three of those questions.
Wario Land 3?
No.
Wario
you are-
Land.
Your next hint is not a Wario Land game.
Damn.
Wario Land 5.
Wario World!
I said before I did.
No, actually. It does have Wario in the title.
Wario Blast?
Really?
It
Wario
is Wario
Blast.
Blast.
Mario.
Oh, damn it.
Was that Justin that got that one, or Jay-Z?
I thought it
Okay,
was.
I was gonna say you two sound kind of alike.
That's okay.
Very nice.
We're not calling people by name anymore because it's just. I just realized I'm still in chat, so I'm going to close that. But I answered one of our listeners' questions while we were playing that round.
Way to go. I just noticed that. Clearly, I wasn't watching the chat. All right, and here is our next game. This is one of my games.
Oh. No.
How's the volume?
Kind of quiet.
Turn it up a bit.
Bravely Default?
It's not Bravely Default.
Golden Sun?
It's
Bravely
not
second.
Ukulele.
Before. This
We
is a
lost
fantasy
Steve's voice.
life.
Yeah, Steve, you're can't hear
We
you.
We
lost
can't
your
hear your
voice.
voice.
Radio is radio.
It's probably that voice meter setting again.
Is it Monster Hunter Stories?
Ooh, no, you know what? Is this Triforce Heroes? Steve, not if it's Triforce Heroes. Damn you. Not
Did it
anyway.
turn your mind?
That's
Or
a great
radio?
radio.
Forever Oasis.
Is it Ever Oasis?
Ever Oasis. Damn.
Fantasy Life.
This
I've heard that before. I don't know what it is, but I've heard it before.
Oceanhorn.
It's kind of like a RPG / life simulator.
Let's stop.
know-
guessing
no,
until
no,
it gets a
the-
sound back.
The music. I've played Fantasy Life.
Oh,
No,
I
we
used
can't.
to
No.
as well.
I'm not hearing
this is
any
why I'm
music
shaking
now.
my head whenever I see your lips move, Steve.
There's
Oh,
no
man, he's gone.
music. Steve's gone. It's okay. Eugene will just edit this out.
All right, I guess I
Alright,
win in
that.
10 tunes.
All right, here's the song. Ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-ba. That's
Oh,
what I
God.
learned from it. There you go. Yes. You get one guess each.
Kirby.
Oh, you've lost.
Isn't
Is it
that from
Tingle's
Ranma
Rosy
One
Ruby?
Half?
Oh man, it might be.
It's a good thing I've got notes.
Oh yeah.
Uh,
Should we go for 5 hours in the Kirby Star Allies demo?
I only played it
Has
once.
has it taken that long? My goodness.
No, he just keeps playing it
I've
again.
played it a lot.
Oh,
Yeah, it's like a 45-minute demo.
I keep discovering new
playing it.
things to do. The other day, I literally lit Wispy Woods on fire.
oh gosh. Steve, are you back?
Well,
Nope.
partially.
No.
I love
It's a good
right.
thing news was short.
This only happens when he's hosting.
Right.
No, I mean, he's had audio problems the past few weeks.
Hey, Steve, why don't you
Never
turn
like
on your screen
this.
share?
Hey, Steve, why don't you turn on your microphone?
Gosh.
Justin, why don't you turn off your face? Shut up by your face.
So he,
no, I wish
yeah,
I
so
could push me to run it.
he literally
guys-
did. Oh, hi.
Can you guys hear me now?
Steve.
Yes,
There's
yes,
Steve.
we've got you.
Don't-
Okay,
Don't
so
ever say that. He doesn't listen to you, Lucas.
Eugene,
And now my
you
camera
may...
won't come back on, so I'm stuck as a Power Ranger.
Oh, jeez.
we
Eugene,
go.
you may have to use the backup audio for the first track because
Okay.
I'm not sure if my Audacity caught it.
Fair enough.
Everything was fine until then, and I'm watching it now, and everything seems
Until
to
the
be fine.
Fire Nation attacked.
Someone has to say it.
He's on fire tonight. My goodness.
All right, so you guys may have to redo some of your guesses because I didn't hear. I obviously couldn't tell you what it was and what it wasn't while I didn't have audio.
What did I say that was
Star
really
Fox.
clever?
I
It's
said
a
Fantasy
portable
Life.
game.
Oh, yeah.
I said Fantasy Life and Radiant Historia, I think.
It's not either of those.
I said Forever Oasis, but I meant Ever Oasis.
Oh, I said
It's not.
Ocean.
It's not Ever Oasis. It's not Oceanhorn.
What did I
Ocean
say?
Horn?
I don't know. I
It's
got
not
that
Ocean
Steam
Horror either,
memory
Justin.
kicking in.
This isn't like Pokemon Conquest, is it?
It's not.
Why have I heard this before?
Pokemon Mystery Dungeon?
Yeah, is it one of the mystery dungeons?
Pokemon Super Mystery Dungeon.
I've just
Not-
completely thrown
it's-
them a false lead.
I promise you it's not a Pokemon Mystery Dungeon game either.
Is it a Pokemon game, period?
It is not, actually.
Thank you.
I love that you guys are
Pokemon
not
game.
even in the right
Oh.
ballpark for this.
You said no
we
to
don't know what
Monster
the
Hunter
music is, so
Stories?
we're just shooting from the hip here.
It's,
Can you play
it's
a
not
different
Monster
track?
Hunter Stories.
Can we get a second
Another track?
song?
Yeah.
Donkey Kong?
Donkey Kong Country Returns 3D.
Oh, no. I know this. Oh my god.
Is this Tropical Freeze for the Switch? Are you
No, it's
Nope.
not. Shut up.
King of Swing?
Donkey Kong Country Returns?
I was
Nope.
just fucking playing this.
All right,
What
is
was
it a
that?
Donkey
What was
Kong
that?
game? Are we on the right track?
Nope, it's not a Donkey Kong
Oh
game.
my god. Switch.
Is it like Mitomo? No, that's
Are we
not a
allowed
game.
to do
No.
that?
He's our executive producer. He can do whatever he wants, except for
No.
use Google.
Is it Super Mario Odyssey?
No.
Axe, you
My
said you
God,
played this
I-
before.
Can you
I
play
was
a
not-
third track?
No,
Yeah.
no.
It's not Kirby Star Allies, is it?
It's not. I was not sure I'd be able to pull this game off.
What have I watched on YouTube lately? I literally just heard that song.
So listen to.
Oh my god.
You guys are gonna die when you figure it
Why
out.
don't I record my history?
Celeste?
It's
You know
not
Is
why.
this an
Celeste.
actual Switch game?
It is.
Is this?
Celeste?
It's not Celeste.
Have you
Is
played
it that
this
game that was in it that
I've
Hack
played this
said we
game.
had to play?
Oh my god! Oh my
No,
god!
that
What
was
is it? This is
Celeste.
gonna piss me off.
Why don't we listen to Steve?
It's like Republic or something like that.
Okay,
What is
this
Yeah,
isn't
why
going to be
not?
Shantae, is it?
No, it's not
It's not
Shantae. Music isn't that good for Shantae.
What was Steve playing?
Let me give you a hint. I haven't played this
Is it
game
Kirby Star
recently, but I
Allies?
have
It's Kirby
played
Star
it.
Allies.
No,
No. damn
No,
it.
I already
so
said
already.
that.
I haven't played this game recently, but I have played it.
I have it.
Mutant modes?
I have it.
Nope. It's not an indie game.
Dragon Quest Builders?
I
guess
no.
ukuleles. Indie.
I don't want to give you guys too many hints on this one. Not until the last song, anyway.
It's not going to be Stardew Valley.
Not
Minecraft.
Mario Odyssey.
SteamWorld Dig?
No and no. It's not an indie game.
Oh, yeah. Said that.
Mortal Kombat trilogy.
Oh,
Yes,
I
I
that
would
was an
love to
amazing
have
Switch
that
game.
on the
It's Breath
Switch.
of the Wild.
It is Breath of the Wild.
Son of a bitch!
Mm.
Are you kidding me?
It's a mini game.
No.
Wow.
I don't,
The
what is
first
this
one-
from?
It's the one. It's the Goron.
Okay.
It's the Goron on the heat thingy.
Yeah.
I call
So the
hacks,
first
there is
the
no
first
music.
one was flight training. The second one was the
Did you just say
Gottman
training?
contest. Yeah. This is Impa's theme, and then I also had Corrupted Dragon and Kilton Shop.
God.
Nice.
That was fun. I wasn't sure I was gonna be able to pull that off.
Talk about
Score, by the
picking
way.
the most obscure tracks in the game.
Justin, are you keeping score?
Who got that one?
Me.
Hacks.
Hacks.
Okay. Yes, I'm keeping score.
Okay.
Hell yeah.
We've only had 2 rounds. So.
Yeah. All right. So this next one is Hax's suggestion.
Oh, I can't guess.
Well, Hacks is out.
So I need
Woo, I
to
have a chance to get ahead.
mute my audio for a sec though, because I need to skip to a minute into this. So give me just a sec.
Is it
You can
Super
mute it
Mario
on the-
Odyssey?
Yeah, don't do what I
Is
did.
it Celeste?
no.
Yes, it's the last.
That's not Celeste.
Oh, wow.
Never gonna get it.
Sounds like Space Invader stuff. A little bit.
Dig Dug.
Nope.
SteamWorld Dig.
Nope.
This is.
SteamWorld Dig Dug.
Nope.
Can I give
Steamworld
Eugene a
Quest?
point for that?
No. By the way, Hacks, since you know this game better than I do, you're welcome to give them their hints.
I will.
I'm guessing this is an old game.
It is an old game, and it's an Atlas game. It's
Oh,
your
this
first-
is
Oh.
into the portables category.
It is in the portables category.
Is this like Dokapon?
Nope.
Shin Megami Tensei.
Nope.
How about another track?
Go for it.
I feel like you mentioned it before, and I
Oh.
still don't remember.
Oh, he's muted. Steve, play another track. I'll answer your questions while you try to figure this out.
Hugh
Is it an
Adventure?
RPG?
Kinda. I mean, yeah, it's it's an RPG. It's an action RPG that features more of the action side of things.
An action RPG.
I think you've suggested this before, haven't you?
I haven't. The system is the Game Boy.
That's difficult for me since I owned 2 Game Boy games, and they were Pac-Man and Mario.
That was before
Game
my
Boy,
time.
not Game Boy Color, right?
And we
Is
lost.
it
Not Game Boy Color.
Pac-Man?
No.
We lost Steve again.
Yeah,
I think he dropped out to fix his audio.
Is it?
I'm gonna keep throwing you lines because you're never gonna get the game. It was
I'll provide background music.
it was released in America in June of 1991. Which is actually before I was born, but I played this game thanks to my
Oh God! Don't tell me that.
Okay, this is getting real old.
Yeah,
This
there's
is-
the mute button.
When can I buy the Lucas Sing CD?
Soon, my friend, soon. Just check out our merch store for that and much more.
No, that'll be a bonus for the $500 patrons.
There we go. He's back with music.
All right. My Audacity keeps freezing, or my voice meter keeps freezing.
So, was this on a home console system too?
I don't think so.
No, this came from Game Boy.
Well, I'm out.
Action RPG, not Final Fantasy Adventure.
Like Danganronpa, Tomatsu.
No, this is as an American of a name as you can get.
Burger
literally
Town.
is.
Bill and
Cowboy
Ted's
Steve.
Excellent Adventure.
You're close with the Burger Town, and you're in the right kind of area.
Burger Time.
Nope.
Yeah,
No,
that's
skip
a
to a different
classic
part.
RPG.
It's a food group,
Hot
Or
Dog
it's a food.
Hunters.
but it's not burgers.
Salad
Hot dogs.
Kids.
Salad.
Pizza Bros.
Cabbage Patch Kids.
They're never gonna get this. I literally
I know.
listen so that you stump everyone.
Fighting Food On.
No, but that was a great show. Fighting food on food with attitude. So I will read you the gameplay from the wiki, and that'll give you part of
the
the
kids or something, is it?
no.
Veggie Tales.
Okay. No, but again in the right area. Controlling Blank, the player must ascend Far Tower. As Blank fights enemies with his projectile weapon, he gains experience points, and for every 100 points, he gains level and additional health. Each floor of the tower houses either a maze-like area, enemies, puzzles, cinema scenes, characters with useful tips, or a combination. Keys can be found to open doors and stairs. Let Blank get to the next floor.
I
And
got
we all
nothing.
just agree that Hacks gave
Yeah.
us a terrible game and move on because I got
Okay.
It sounds like a
No.
Crazy Castle game, but I can't think of a Crazy Castle game with food in the title.
Chinese Food Crazy Castle.
All right, the character's name is Spud.
Spud's
Potato
Crazy
Boy.
Castle.
Potato Man.
No.
Town.
Spud
Be
and
less-
the
Spud's
potatoes.
Adventure.
French Fry.
Hey, yeah!
There it is.
Phantom
got it.
What was it?
Spud's Adventure.
Really?
Oh, come on.
Oh my
I have
god.
a feeling Eugene blurted that out randomly.
He didn't. I was listening.
I was just speaking tongues. I don't even know what I was saying.
That goes to Phantom.
All right.
Spud's
Yeah, that
Adventure.
one goes to Phantom.
By the way, nobody in the chat got it either, I don't think. So
Oh, there's a
no.
shocker.
Who is in the chat? Who's
Blue
not
Crimson.
here?
Blue Crimson is in the chat tonight.
Dude, don't
I don't
listen to
believe
chat.
I know
Boy,
you.
Blue.
All right, guys, are we ready for the next game?
We
Sure.
are.
Okay, here we go. This one is one of my games, by the way.
A nostalgia explosion with Gene in the background.
Steve, is this the other one that I can't guess on?
No, this is one of mine.
No, I know one of yours. I thought.
Oh yeah, this isn't it.
Is this Bravely Default?
No,
Is this Tron 2.0?
Death Wish.
no, no.
It's a little loud, maybe.
Is it Thumper?
Is it what?
Thumper?
No, it's not Thumper.
Good guess.
Is it Flower?
Is it Bambi?
Flower on a Nintendo system?
I don't think so.
Blossom Tails? That kind of counts.
Yeah.
That is,
Yeah.
that is not at all.
Blossom is a flower?
No, it's not. It's a thing flowers do.
He has a point.
How about another track here?
Yes,
Right,
please
maybe.
drown them out.
Exactly. It was the prequel, right? Blossomed into a flower.
This
Am I
isn't
reaching?
Paper Mario Sticker Star, is it?
It's not.
Mario and
Luigi's Mansion?
Luigi paper cut thing.
No,
The one
And
with
it's not Dark Moon.
no.
Okay.
This game is a Game Boy Advance game.
Huh.
Oh, yeah, portable.
Well, there goes my chances. Is this Skikito?
Castlevania.
No to both of those.
Darn.
God, I'm surprised.
Donkey Kong Country 3?
No.
I have no idea.
Actually, that would have been a good Game Boy Advance game, except for Justin would have got that.
Is this like Banjo-Kazooie Grunty's Revenge?
No. Your next hint is you guys have actually already guessed this game series earlier tonight.
Kirby.
God
Come
damn
on.
you. Kirby and the Amazing Mirror. No.
Nope.
Mario.
By the
Wario Land, one of the Wario Lands.
Oh.
No.
Or it's not. Okay.
You ready to
Dokapon.
start the track?
Yeah, I've read another
What?
track.
Golden
Dokapon.
Sun.
It's not Dokapon.
Is it Golden Sun?
Patapon?
Golden Sun!
Is
This
it-
is Golden Sun!
Yeah, but
Golden
I think Lucas said
Phantom-
it first.
I said it because Phantom said it, or Jay-Z
Yeah,
said
Phantom
it.
I
said
said it.
It wasn't me.
Okay,
I said it.
there it is. Phantom gets the point.
Jay-Z, the first rule of being on this show, you have to learn to lie.
It's okay. I'll be in the lead for about 2 minutes, and then you guys will blow past me. It's cool.
Then you'll go.
Speaking of leads, can someone give me a score update?
Phantom 2, Justin and Jacob 1.
Okay.
Who the heck's
I'm really
this
mad that I
Jacob
didn't get that one.
All right. So this next one comes to us from 1-64.
RPG.
RPGs, RPGs.
Typecasting.
We do it all the time here.
Dragon
It's
Quest
just
Builders.
mostly done behind the scenes.
Shut up, I know this.
Yes.
I do.
Final Fantasy 3, 4, 5, 6.
No.
No, I don't. I thought this was something else.
Dragon Quest
I-
8.
No.
Okami?
Is this Costume Quest?
No. Is that on a Nintendo system?
Custom Quest is on.
I don't.
Yeah,
I don't think it
But I
is.
think it's Wii U.
It's not an Okami game either. God, I thought I was going with easy tracks tonight.
You always say that, and they never are.
And then you always say you're not going to do Shovel Knight, and there always is one. So I'm still waiting for it.
Well,
It's just like
the only Shovel Knight I played tonight was when I was testing my audio.
it's like Epic Mickey for the Game Boy, or Rayman, or
Ooh, I didn't think of that. No, it's neither of those. I didn't even think of those. Good job, Lucas.
Thank you.
So this is a portable game. Did this appear on the 3DS or the Switch?
Switch.
Oh, great! Is it Blossom Tale?
Saga?
No. What?
Revenant Saga?
What? No.
This isn't going to be Dragon Quest Builders, right?
Already
Somebody
said
said
that.
that at the very beginning.
No, it's not Dragon Quest Builders.
I am Setsuna.
Nope.
No, you're
Lost Sphere.
No.
Axiom Verge. No.
Nope.
No. Don't even.
Nope.
Don't even. Nope. Don't even respond to that.
What do you want? Another track?
Yeah.
Another track
Yes,
would be
please.
lovely.
Just
Is this
Is it-
Fantasy Life?
is
Or
it
not
Stardew
Fantasy Life?
Valley?
Is it Nine
Yeah, I was
Continents?
just going to say Stardew.
No to everything I just heard.
Did we get a genre?
What about the ones you didn't hear?
Genre, according to Wikipedia, is action role-playing / survival.
Action role playing survival.
Is this Fire
Flame in
on
the
the
Flood?
River? Yeah,
Focus
that's
more
it.
on the action role-playing. What was the guesses?
Star?
Flame
Flame on the
Flood.
Flood. Flame on the Flood.
No.
Is this Portal Knights?
It is Portal Knights.
Wow.
Ooh.
How
That
was
one
that?
out of my
How was that an easy choice? In what universe do you exist in where
No.
Portal Knights is an easy choice?
It is knowing Minus because he likes to troll, and Portal Knight's entire look is like Dragon Quest Builders. So
Thank you, Minus, for my first point. Appreciate it.
All right. So this next game comes to us from Jay-Z.
Sorry,
So-
Daisy.
He just shouts it out. All right,
Here we go.
Did it. Give me my point.
Did you just give JC a point? Don't do that.
Give Jay-Z a point.
Jurassic Park.
this sounds
No.
familiar too.
This sticks with the portable theme.
It does stick with the portable theme. This is a Game Boy Advance game. But I don't think this version of the soundtrack appeared on the Game Boy Advance because
Bionicle.
this was all I could find. No, it is licensed though.
Batman.
Snoopy's tennis or whatever that was.
Notable.
Snoopy's
photos.
Is it Kingdom Hearts?
This isn't Puzzle
No.
Quest, is it?
No, it's not.
Galactrix.
And Blue Crimson, it's not a Spider-Man game either. What'd you say, Justin?
Galactrix.
No.
Is it one of those
Never-
Dragon Ball Z games?
Nope.
Shrek 2. It's Shrek 2.
It is not.
Come on, I'm not going to do it so soon, man.
I'll take another crack, maybe.
Is it a jackal or a jackal?
I was right the first time. I'd be right the other side.
So this game obviously was a multi-platform release.
Hax, I'm going to start talking to you instead of these jokers.
It was
You get
released
me.
on such platforms as Xbox, Windows, PS2, Xbox 360, GBA, PSP, Wii, PS3, PS4, and Xbox One.
Have you guessed
What?
the genre yet?
Genre is another action role-playing game.
Holy crap.
Yeah.
Earthworm Jim.
You said this came out on the Wii and
No.
the GBA,
And the
Yeah,
Xbox One and PS4.
but not the
basically-
DS?
Correct, not the
The
DS.
Wii and the what the fuck?
Right? And this isn't RPG?
Actually, I
It's a
think
licensed RPG.
the GBA version. I'm looking it up. It's actually a side-scrolling fighting game with minor RPG elements.
Okay, I'll take that.
Is it like Mega Man Battle Network? Or
Is it
No.
This is, and you said this is licensed.
It most definitely is.
How about another track?
Yeah, I just started one.
Oh, sorry.
Blood Ugly Marshall.
You're okay.
That's
No.
also a
Yeah.
great
Come on,
show.
man. I have standards.
This is a tough one. Is this like Ed, and Eddie or something?
Nope.
Invader Zim.
Again, Xbox
Nope.
One and PS4.
Yeah. I'm
What
trying
would
to
that?
think of,
Why would that
Well,
not
I don't even-
be Invader Zim?
there has been Invader Zim on Xbox One and PS4.
Yeah, but they even just said they're like
Well,
bringing
you
all
guys are
those
naming
old
licenses from like the 90s.
Nickelodeon games back.
Well,
Is
here's
this-
a little hint. The
Is it
Xbox
Ninja
One
Turtles?
and PS4 versions were
No.
recently added.
Okay, so are that's like, is it the 360 and PS3 versions that are backwards compatible, or were they released with special versions for the new systems?
Special versions for the new systems.
This doesn't sound like anything I know. Is it a
No.
cartoon?
No.
Is this Wolfenstein?
No.
Is that licensed?
Ghostbusters.
Nope.
Oh, but it's licensed. What the fuck?
Right?
Casey?
A Lord of the Rings
Disney.
game?
I'll get Disney now owns this license.
Star Wars.
X-Men.
No. No.
Disney
Deadpool.
now owns this license, as in they did recently?
As in they've acquired it in the last probably 10, 12 years.
Star Wars.
roughly. No.
American
JC, help me out here.
Dragon Jake Long.
Also a great show.
Some of you were very, very close.
It's
with
one
your
of the.
guesses.
It's a Marvel game.
Yeah. Is
Yeah.
it Wolverine?
Avengers.
Ultimate Alliance?
It is Marvel
Yes, it
Ultimate
is
Alliance.
Ultimate Alliance.
God
I'm like, I
damn.
knew there was a Marvel game that came out on the Xbox that was really, really popular, but I couldn't think of the name of it. When you guys started looking at Marvel titles, I'm like, what is it?
Yep.
Well done.
So there it is.
Wow.
Ah,
That recently came out on the
Yeah, it
PS4.
did, and actually, it was. I remember it coming out again, and then it has DLC attached to it or something like that. There was
Okay.
like some kind
Oh,
of
really?
yeah.
If
Did it
that
come
comes
out
out
as-
on the Switch, I'm getting it.
Oh,
With
yeah.
online. If it has online, I'm getting.
I've
it.
never
Doesn't have
never
online,
played
it's
it, but I
garbage.
remember hearing good things about it. Another game that I really want on the Switch, the original Star Wars Battlefront 2.
Yes.
are we just jumping
this
right
Steve?
into the next one?
Steve
No,
is
I had to prep this track, so I wanted to get
Shovel
it while you
Knight.
guys were distracted.
Shovel Knight.
It's not Shovel
Blade of
Knight. I'm not
Shadows.
using Shovel Knight.
Is it
Shate.
Plague Knight?
No.
Donkey Kong Country.
Banjo-Kazooie.
Oh wait, I heard this.
Newton Mutts.
No.
Chicken
I
Wiggle.
love this game. This was one of the
Little
first
Chickens.
games I ever got.
Okay, so this is authentically retro.
No, this is authentically retro, but not by Retro Studios.
God.
It's one of the first games you ever got.
Yes, it is.
Is it the one that reminds you of Christmas?
No.
Wait, this is Game Boy.
Oh, I love it. Is Game Boy? Yes, I love this music.
Game Boy Classic.
Yes. And it's old enough to where it had no Super Game Boy advancements.
Like didn't even have, so it wasn't even a Game Boy Color. It was just like straight.
Straight up Game Boy.
This
Yeah.
music actually sounds kind of familiar.
Is it part of a franchise?
It is.
Is it part of a Nintendo franchise?
No.
Wait, hold on. This sounds
When
familiar.
you guess who, that's a mystery.
Is this like Batman or Spider-Man, or is this a licensed game?
It is licensed.
Spider-Man, Batman, Wolverine, X-Men.
Superman.
I'm gonna give it to Eugene because I feel like this was one of the only Spider-Man games on the original Game Boy. This is called The Amazing Spider-Man, based off the comics, not the movies.
Oh god, I think I watched Jeremy Parrish's video on this game, and apparently it was awful.
Yeah, it is pretty bad, but my god, is it a fun game.
It's really bad, but it's so fun.
I like that soundtrack for what it's
Isn't
worth.
it good? Yeah, I need to cut it out, turn it into an actual soundtrack because it's really
Was
good.
it,
I can
was
do
it
that
the Amazing
with the click of one
Spider-Man?
button.
Which one? What was it? Like just the Amazing Spider-Man?
It's a Game Boy game called The Amazing Spider-Man.
Who made it?
Um,
Because that sounded
Oh,
so
so funny.
rare. That music.
so funny story. It actually is rare.
Oh shit! It is.
That-
That sounded so much like rare.
That's
You know-
that's funny.
You know, now that you mention them, like there was something very like Killer Instinct about it.
Yeah. All right. So
Interesting.
this next game
Look that
comes
up
to
now.
us from Corky Dog, and I'm very worried about this one because I'm not even sure I pulled the right soundtrack. So I looked it up and it seems about right. So we're just gonna
I'll
go
be right
with
back,
this.
guys. Hang on a second.
Oh, okay. We'll wait then.
Little Justin break.
Is it Age of Empires?
You can't guess if I haven't started playing yet.
Does that
That
mean
means
it's right?
it
We need to
is.
make that a rule. And no, it's not. But we need to
fun
make
story
that a rule.
about Age of Empires is that that game, obviously a PC game, but if you plugged it into a CD player, it would play all the music. So I used to plug that into my stereo player, and it play all the ambient music to get to sleep. It was awesome.
I used to do that with Quake actually, but not to get to sleep. I just thought it was
Yeah, because
cool.
Quake was all like heavy metal, rock and roll.
Yeah.
Hey,
Well,
I,
it was done by
download-
9 Inch Nails.
I downloaded the entire Minecraft soundtrack because I figured it would be nice ambient music, but there's like 200 and some odd tracks, and I can't bring myself
Yeah,
to get that much
it's-
music to iTunes all at once.
The Minecraft
Yeah.
soundtrack just freaks me out.
All
All right, we ready?
Eerily disturbing. Yeah.
All
Thank
right,
you,
here
eerily
we go.
disturbing.
Thank you.
Maybe.
I didn't even realize it just
Dragon
Bravely
Quest.
Default.
Dragon
Wait a
Quest 3.
second.
No, it's Dragon
God.
Quest. It's either Dragon Quest or Final Fantasy, but I'm pretty freaking sure it's Dragon Quest.
It's not Final Fantasy.
Color.
Clearly,
Dragon
it's
Quest
not
Builders.
good enough.
Eugene
Quest
got
2.
it. It's
Oh.
Dragon Quest Builders.
Damn it!
Lucas was right. It was Dragon Quest, but yes,
Sorry,
it is
Lucas.
Dragon Quest Builders.
I mean, to be fair, that's like every Dragon Quest theme, so somebody had to specialize.
yeah. Well, and the problem is all of the music from that game is recycled from other games. So no matter what I played, we knew it was going to be Dragon Quest right off the bat.
I didn't.
Yeah, I wouldn't have known either. All right, so this next one comes to us from one Rose of Death.
Eugene is in the lead, by the way.
with 3.
Oh yeah, let's get an update real quick.
Eugene's
Shantae.
at 3. We're not
Mega
playing right
Man.
now.
Shovel Knight.
Eugene's at 3. Shut up. 3. Justin 2. Hacks 1. Phantom 2.
Okay, and away we go. And it's not Shantae or Shovel Knight. Give it up.
Mega
Moon
Man.
Nuts.
It's not Mega Man.
Chicken Wiggle.
It's not. No.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Is it,
Nope.
No,
Is it a Capcom game?
No.
what's that noise?
This was another gameplay video.
Oh, picking up power-ups.
Yeah.
Contra 2, The Legacy of Grawl.
I know why
Ah,
that
jeez.
sounded so familiar. It's from a Billy Joel song. That doesn't
Goonies.
Nope.
It's a little
Very good.
loud.
It's a lot loud.
It's a lot of loud.
How's that?
That's better.
This has to be classic Game Boy.
It is classic Game Boy.
Licensed game.
Is that what?
Is it another licensed game?
It is, actually. There's a lot of licensed games. This
God, you'd think I was hosting.
week. Blue Crimson, it is a side-scrolling game, but it's not a beat-em-up. It's a puzzle game.
A puzzle game?
A side-scrolling
Puzzle
game.
Fighters.
Bubble
Nope.
Bobble.
No.
It's like scrolling.
Is it Adventure of Lolo?
Nope.
The Addams
Portable.
Family.
Nope.
Side-scrolling puzzle game.
Could be a side-scrolling
License.
puzzle, Addams Family.
Fun story. I
Game
believe it
Boy.
was Eugene actually said this game by title earlier.
God damn it.
Shut the fuck up! Come on,
That
Steve!
always
Not that
goes
Batman game, is it? That old.
Nope.
Chocopon.
Nope.
If it's an Atlas game, I'll guess.
Steve!
It.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was you, Eugene, actually.
Lincoln
That's
Rumpa.
what's even...
Ah!
Nope.
Batman? Spider-Man? I know I said those. X-Men?
No.
Wolverine.
Dead
It is a
Wolverine, I
movie
said
license.
He said it by title.
Yeah, you mentioned it.
Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure! Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure!
Yep.
Yes!
Oh, I had no idea that was even a game.
And yet, Eugene guessed it when it wasn't even the game you were playing. What the hell? That actually, Eugene, I just want you to know that that actually caused me physical pain to give you that point.
Was that one yours, Steve? Obviously not, right?
No, that one was. Hang on.
Eugene, your chair is translucent.
That one was. That one was Rose of Death.
Okay, cool.
This next one is one of mine. And here we go.
Game Boy again.
Yep.
Sean
Classic.
Classic.
Shantae.
Yes. No, it's not Shantae.
Man, I didn't
She was
play
a Game Boy
enough
Color
games.
I know. Most of them are patron suggestions too. I only brought 2 to this, I think.
This was Game Boy Color?
Nope. Original Game Boy.
Hmm.
Funnily enough, another licensed game too.
Come on, Steve!
Did Eugene
Come on,
also
we should
guess this one later?
We were actually
I know, right?
remember these games.
I don't think
I
any of you
actually
guys
guessed
have
this
guessed this
one.
one.
I actually guessed
Is
this
this-
one yesterday, so I'll give you
Alright.
the point.
Is this Ninja Turtles Fall of the Foot Clan?
No, it's not.
Steve likes superheroes.
It's not a superhero game.
Okay.
Sorry to shut you down right there.
Is it what is the license based off of? A movie?
Movie.
Movie?
Ghostbusters.
Say this isn't
Die Hard.
Ghostbusters, is it? Because I already did that.
No and no.
The Thing.
The Addams
Nope.
Family.
Terminator.
You're in the right ballpark though with Thing and Adam's Family.
Beetlejuice.
Buster's Adventure.
Nope. Nope.
There's Quest.
Nope. Remember Game Boy.
The Monster Family show. I can't fucking remember the name.
Monsters?
Oh,
I
the
don't
Monsters?
think they ever had a game.
No.
Ah, real
Little
monsters.
Monsters.
No. Justin knew what I
No.
was talking about. With the
That
real
was
the
Monsters,
Dracula.
but it's not
Monsters. The Monsters. That's it.
But yeah, and it's not Real Monsters either. I heard Jay-Z say that.
So it's something
another song.
monster related then?
Yeah, it's something you would see around Halloween time.
The
Which you can
Monster
sound like it
game.
by this song. What?
Nightmare Before
Freaking
Christmas.
No and no.
Attack of the Killer
Nightmare-
Tomatoes.
Nope. Nightmare Before Christmas, the music in those two games is way too iconic to put on here.
Casper?
Nope.
Killer Clowns from Outer Space.
Halloween Town.
Nope.
Friday the 13th.
Nope. Nope.
Freddie Mercury.
Mercury.
What? I play Queen all the time at Halloween. I don't know what you guys are talking about.
I got nothing, man.
Neighbor.
Okay. Your last hint, 'cause
Zombies
this is
Ate My
probably going to
Neighbors?
give it away. Nope. Is it's based on a Tim Burton movie.
Nightmare Before Christmas.
Scissorhands.
We already said Nightmare Before Christmas.
Nope.
Beetlejuice.
No to all of those.
Scissorhands.
Nope.
Oh God!
Beetlejuice. Is it Beetlejuice?
It's not Beetlejuice.
I
Right.
know, but it just said it 3 times, so you know he's.
Sweeney Todd. That
Mars
was
Attacks.
his thing.
Is it Batman?
Nope.
You wouldn't watch Batman around Halloween.
Edward Scissorhands?
Nope. It was him, but that's not this game.
I should know this because I know his whole library. Mars Attacks,
No, but you're thinking the right era now.
Mars
It's early.
Needs
Planet of
Mobs.
the Apes.
Nope. This is the very first level music.
Is it?
Why am I? You're gonna say the.
Is it Catwoman?
You're gonna say the name of this, and I'm gonna
Nope.
want to punch something.
I know, right?
As long as it's not me. Oh wait, you can. I'm too far away.
Hey, I'm like one of the biggest Tim Burton fans, or at least I was.
Oh,
back
is
in
it
the
Charlie
day.
and the Chocolate Factory?
For the
No.
original Game Boy?
Halloween.
Nope.
I don't know. I'm just naming Tim Burton shit.
Okay, well let me know when you guys concede.
Give me another minute. I'm gonna mull through this. It's not Batman Returns, is it?
Nope.
It sounds a little
Batman
too bright to be Batman
Forever.
Returns.
Mars
Nope, it's not a
Attacks.
Batman. It's not Mars Attacks.
Well, I'm all out of Tim Burton movies.
All right, you guys, I'm gonna call it right now.
God damn
It
it!
is Gremlins 2.
That's not Tim Burton.
Oh,
you
yeah.
fucker. That is not Tim Burton. I'm calling shenanigans. You gave us a false clue.
Yep.
Okay, well, what more did you want? I could have given you some
A good
platformer.
clue. Do not lie
It's
to
all
us.
good, buddy. It's all good.
Justin, you like to complain.
Well, when you give us the wrong clues, Eugene, back me up on this one.
I wouldn't have gotten it anyways, probably, but that definitely was not Tim Burton.
All right, guys, we ready for the last game?
Are you going to cheat?
No, I don't think I will this
How's
time.
up?
Justin, it wouldn't have made the difference between a win and a loss anyway, would it have?
If he got that and the next one, it would be a tie.
Okay, that's a good point. I shouldn't have asked that question. And away we go.
Is this one from you?
It is.
Oh, this is the one I can't guess.
Is this what?
It is. It is the one you can't guess, Hacks. I'm sorry.
Have fun.
Shovel Knight, Shantae. Cute boy.
Yeah, this sounds a lot like Shovel Knight, Shantae, and Box Boy.
I said cute boy, motherfucker.
I knew what you meant.
I picked some good tracks.
I know.
We're getting hostile here.
What is that, Hacks?
Did you go with the ones that I picked?
Yeah, actually, all 3 of them.
Good.
This
And
must
then I
be a
picked 2
Switch
of my
game.
own. It is.
Crypt of the
Is this
After
Thumper? No, this
Dancer.
is not
It's
Thumper.
not Celeste, is it?
No and no.
Is this Rocket League?
It is.
Yes, it is.
Oh!
I've listened to this song like 100 times.
I keep hearing the intro song. It's the one I've heard 100 times.
So I was
I don't usually listen to the music. So.
No, like anytime
Oh.
I'm at work,
These-
I just go on to and like listen to the entire Rocket
This
League
soundtrack is so good.
All right, well, I'm glad you picked one song from my generation. That makes me happy.
Dude, there are
I'm
like
like-
3
like,
games on the Switch.
All the freaking Game Boy games.
What?
I'm like, I don't know any of this garbage.
Yeah, that was killing me.
What?
That's
There
how I
were
figure
three-
you guys pick your indie games and your Switch games.
Dude, there were
most of which I haven't
3
played.
Switch games, Lucas.
Ooh, wow.
And there were a bunch of Game Boy Advance games, too. I know you were young, but you were alive.
Who even won, anyways?
You did, dude.
You did.
Oh
Yeah.
shit!
Eugene is the winner.
Even when he wins, he
Don't say
swears.
surprise except himself.
Congratulations.
That reaction was awesome, Eugene.
Congratulations, you have won a
Well
great game.
But the real question is,
And proved
Who's gonna
the
win?
justice of our culture.
who's gonna win the special episode that's all Nintendo's that we've got this
No,
Wednesday at 9 EST?
Are we
It's-
counting
so
that
we-
in the
You mean
official
7
score?
MST?
Yeah, we are counting it in the official score, and no, it's not. Mountain Time doesn't exist. It's a myth.
All right, well, we're going to take a little break right here, and we will be right back.
Phantom, I'm
Sorry,
so glad
you
got
don't get to
sponsorship.
put music there, Eugene. You have to listen to Rocket League for that.
I'm not sure how I got that hacks. That was out of left field. I just put a picture on the end.
That was amazing.
Nice.
That's the
What
greatest.
adventure!
All right, so before we go on, looks like there's 5 Patreon questions. Do any of you guys have a preference?
No.
No.
Hey, Eugene, can I switch my audio to regular and save that first recording? Just
Yeah,
so I
that's
don't have
fine.
any issues. Okay.
Yeah, for
Can
Give
sure.
me
Steve
like
do one?
3 minutes.
Sounds good.
Because Steve's the one that
Oh,
requested
goddamn you,
mine,
Phantom.
so
Right?
Well,
he's the
I-
one that brought it up, man. I just want to sit back
I'm still knee deep in a Rocket League match, so if you guys want to all pick your questions, I'll just take whatever's left. I'm not that picky.
Cool. Hey, also, let's figure out who's going to do the
Which
Nintendo's
patrons?
next time at at this time, I guess. So that now it's probably a good idea to do that. Justin, did you happen to want to jump in since you haven't done it for a little bit, or
Jump into what? I was reading the questions.
to do the Nintendo's? Not obviously on the All Nintendo show, since we all will be, but on the next episode.
Yeah, I'll do next week's.
Cool.
Would we like to maybe start scheduling this out for like an entire month now that we have
That's
the
a great
calendar?
idea. That's a great idea, actually. Maybe we can talk about that in the Infendo Discord, and then we can throw it on the calendar for sure.
Sounds good.
What are we throwing on the calendar?
We're gonna
Sorry.
like each do an Nintendo's next month and just like get that all written out so
Pre-schedule
we
it.
can, you know.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. Sorry, I'm not quite ready yet. It's got like 1 more second, then I can start a new recording.
That's cool. And then what I'll do is I can embed that calendar too on Infendo at some point.
Okay.
Yes, that'll be awesome. Let's see. Oh yeah. So can I take Phantom's question since we were kind of talking about that online?
No, we are deleting Phantom's question.
No, we are not.
We are not having another straw debate.
Yes,
So
we are.
God damn it.
I wish it was at least about a movie I cared about.
Oh, we are not friends, Lucas.
What movie is it
You
about?
know I don't care about it.
I know, but we're gonna have the debate.
What movie is it about? What's the question?
Do you have the show notes?
You'll
don't.
hear it. You'll hear about it when we ask it.
Yeah.
Justin, do you want to take Quirky Dog's question about Joy-Cons, or would you have a preference?
Yeah, I think that was that or Johnny Fives are the ones that probably interested me the most. So I'll take Corky Dogs.
Okay, and then that means that well, there's 2 left. Do you want to read 2, Lucas? Read the last 2, or do you want me to take one of those last ones? Because I was going to take that first one.
I'll take the last 2. I'm cool with that.
Okay, sounds good. Then I'll take the first one from Corrupted, and then we'll roll back in. Let me just make a note here. Steve, we probably ought to sync up again.
Yes. Yeah, sorry about that. I don't know why my voice meter kept resetting itself, but it did.
It's cool. No worries. It wouldn't be like Lucas said, it wouldn't be an Infendo radio without a little bit of hiccups. So.
And like I said, it's always the person hosting Nintendo's that has the issue. Why do you think I'm bowing out for Wednesday's show?
Sure. All right, Steve, whenever you're ready.
All right.
And now we're ready in 3, 2, 1.
126.
There was a lot of clapping.
I wasn't ready, so I snapped. Hopefully you can find it.
Nobody else has to sync. It's just Steve.
Yeah, it's just my pain in the ass.
How many times have we gone over this? not a hard concept.
Justin was up for like 24 hours.
Okay, that's fair.
I just heard a count. I'm like, oh shit. I'm
All right,
looking for
let's
music for next week because there's something I've been wanting to play for months, and I still can't find the soundtrack to it.
All right, we're gonna get into the question block, and I'm gonna bring us in. Let me just make a note here. All right, and we are back. I won Nintendo. Steve, does that mean that I'm winning for the year again?
It does. I don't have the official score pulled up, but I'll post
By
that.
by one, you jerk.
I'll take it. Me and Lucas are in a head-to-head battle for the year, so Lucas or Steve and Justin need to catch up. Maybe they'll win the next couple.
Oh,
I'll
I'll be lucky if I win once this year.
Shoot. But we're going to move into the question block segment, and you can submit questions if you would like to be our patron at patreon.com/Infendo Radio, just like Corrupted. And he asks, if Nintendo started releasing accessories for the Switch that was USB-C, what do you think they would release? Personally, I think it would be cool if there was an adapter similar to an SD card reader, but it reads all of the portable console cartridges. I mean, yeah, give me that, but that's never going to happen, unfortunately. But that would be freaking rad.
Yeah, I mean, I think that brings up a good question. Are we going to go for like our dream peripherals here, or are we going to go for what we think is likely or possible to happen?
Whichever you want, baby.
All right.
Yeah. Why don't you start us off, Justin? Do you have anything that you kind of have been thinking about peripheral-wise?
I think it's pretty obvious that with a Smash Brothers coming out for the Switch, we're probably going to get another GameCube adapter.
I want like a Wavebird adapter, but that connects to the USB-C and it's like smaller, right? So then I can use the Wavebird on my Switch. Give me that.
Come back to me because I have nothing better than that right now.
This kind of goes hand in hand with what we were talking about last week on the show, but I'd like just a little something that clips into the bottom and reads whatever music you happen to have on an SD card and lets you play that on your system, just override whatever volume is being played on the game and just lets you listen to some tunes while you jam out and play Mario or Zelda or whatever.
Kind of going along with that, Lucas, I want a Bluetooth adapter for the Switch.
I can see the use.
Like one that would work for Bluetooth headsets as well, not just controllers.
Ironically, I want a nunchuck. Ironically, I want to just have a big old dongle hanging out the bottom of the Switch, so I can hold the Switch in one hand and nunchuck in the other. But
How about of our handsome patrons? What do you guys want to see as accessory wise?
Well, what I would like actually at the start of this is maybe kind of like a dual dock, so that you could either connect two systems to kind of combine the power for one, or maybe kind of like a head-to-head thing for multiplayer, like say you're just like playing Call of Duty or something with a friend. You just put them both in the dock head-to-head, and then you'll kind of go against each other, or maybe even connect them both online.
So basically make it a hardwired connection instead of like an online connection. That's
right.
Yeah, basically Battleship.
Yeah, right.
You know what?
That's pretty cool.
I lost it. I was going to say, I would like to be able to plug my Switch into my Wii U and transfer any game saves from games that have been ported over. How's that?
There you go.
How's that for an option?
There you go.
Yeah. Okay, if we're going crazy, then I want to have a cord that plugs into my Wii that downloads all of the games that I've ever had on that console. Because I've got a ton of Virtual Console games still on my Wii.
And today's your last day to buy points for the Wii Shop channel, by the way. So if there's anything else you want.
I really want to hear from Hacks and Phantom, but I also just want to say little thingy that allows you to put in more game cards and just play whatever game is on that. So you can have 4 game cards in the system at once.
I like that.
Ooh, yeah.
$1 million idea, Nintendo. Get in touch. We'll talk.
Yeah.
Hell, take it for free. Give it to me. What about you, Hacks and Phantom?
Phantom, you go.
I don't really have much. I'd like to actually see I miss the Guitar Hero days, so I'd like to see a guitar attachment. Because I feels like
Guitar
those have
Hero
been gone for
sucks.
too long.
Give me Rock Band.
Yeah, either or.
Okay,
I'll
either
work
or.
with it.
I would totally love to see Rock Band come back on the Switch. Except I'd have to buy all new accessories because all mine are for Xbox.
It'll make you buy all the songs.
I'm simple. I just want them to release a dock and start releasing that dock that comes with all their systems from then on that has an Ethernet port in the dock and not one that you have to buy $30 accessory.
How about a digital? How about finally getting a digital audio out too? For Christ's sakes.
Yeah. Or even better, a first-party streaming dock that allows you to run it directly to your computer.
Ooh, yes.
Hey, they're making money off of it anyway. May as well make it easy for us.
Yeah.
All right, I've got it, guys. We're going to put a little dongle on the bottom of our USB-C thing on the Switch. That's going to beam the Switch to the TV while you have it in handheld mode so you can play with two screens at the same time and finally be able to realize Star Fox Zero in its entirety.
Yes.
Or
like
give us
that.
Mario Maker.
Oh,
Yes.
Hell, skip a step and just have it beam it directly into your brain.
What would be
Now you're
cool
just being silly.
is
Oh yeah, but a Switch release of Star Fox Zero is really grounded in reality.
I think that could happen.
if
I mean,
they,
it'll take some tweaking, but I think they could do it. You've already got the motion controls built into the controller if they wanted to keep them.
Right,
If
yeah, for
The only
sure.
thing
It was like, who's that super rude guy who's yelling?
God, I picked that sound and even I crack up every time it goes up.
All right, Steve, why don't you read us Phantom's question?
All right, so Phantom asks us probably the most important question that we're going to debate tonight.
I hate you, Phantom.
Get your fucking knives out.
there's one right answer, and
There is, and is The Nightmare Before Christmas a Halloween movie or a Christmas movie?
Yes.
The correct answer to this movie is Halloween.
No, the
No,
correct answer is
it's a
yes.
Christmas
No.
Yes, the correct answer is you watch it on Halloween night, anytime between Halloween night and Christmas.
I have here a quote.
It's from the director himself.
from
It's
the
not-
director.
it's a goddamn
Oh, geez,
Halloween
we're
movie.
researching.
Henry
That doesn't
Henry
make it
Selick.
right.
Henry
Yes, it does.
Selick, Henry Selick, the director of The Nightmare Before Christmas, says it's a Halloween movie.
That doesn't make
That's
it a
it.
Halloween movie.
What
That's
about
not how it works. The
Okay.
director doesn't just get to automatically say this is what it is and that's what it is.
What
That's
about the
up to
fact?
like the billions of people that watch it
No,
to
'cause-
decide.
okay.
That's why art is subjective.
No, when the artist says the box is a box, then the box is a box.
Yeah.
That's what the
That's not-
director is.
Well-
that's literally not how art works. Art
What-
is shaped based on how people experience it. It's
No,
not up to one
interpretive
person.
art is
No, all forms of art. The director can say this is the best game ever made, but that doesn't make it the best game ever
That's
made.
not a fact. That's an opinion. Opinions
Hey.
can be different. A fact.
Okay.
Is a
So
fact.
is the fact that The Nightmare Before Christmas is a Halloween movie. That's
Okay.
not a fact.
You
That's
want a
an
fact?
opinion.
You want a fact? Here's a fact. There's only 12 minutes worth of Christmas-related footage in the movie.
That doesn't make
The
it any
movie
less
is an
of a
hour and
movie.
15 minutes long, so
Die
more than
Hard
an hour
is
of
a
the movie.
fucking Christmas movie. There's like 5 minutes of Christmas in it. It's
I have
still
never
a
seen
Christmas
Die Hard, so
movie.
I have no. opinion
No,
on
Die
that.
Hard is a movie that's associated with
Die
Christmas.
Hard is a Christmas movie. Ask
All right,
anyone.
listen up here, motherfuckers. We're all gonna start watching Nightmare Before Christmas on Easter. We're gonna turn this bitch into an Easter film.
To be fair, the egg does show up on one of the trees.
Yeah, and it was
So does
also
the turkey.
the
Maybe
Nightmare
it's-
Before Christmas
Okay,
is
oh, wait,
also released around Halloween time when it came out. So.
No, it was released on Thanksgiving Day, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, seriously?
Boom!
God damn it!
Thanksgiving
There went that
movie.
point.
Thanksgiving movie, mofo.
I'm gonna.
It's still a Halloween movie.
All right. In the interest of us being a Nintendo themed podcast,
Nightmare Before
Here
Christmas
you
was
go.
released on October 13th, 1993.
Okay.
okay, so The Nightmare Before Christmas
Yes.
2 is a Halloween movie. The
Actually,
Nightmare Before Christmas is still up for freaking debate.
Actually, The Nightmare Before Christmas 2 is a video game.
Yes.
It's called Oogie's Revenge.
Yes.
And
So
there's
is that a Halloween game or is it a Christmas game?
It's a Halloween game
Halloween
because it
game,
takes
because
place
it came
entirely
out
in
on-
Halloween
Because it
Town.
came out on Halloween, in the same way that Nightmare Before Christmas is apparently a Thanksgiving movie, because it came out on bloody Thanksgiving.
Nightmare Before
Go to
Christmas.
the bote de paro.
Okay. The Addams Family, I know, was released on Thanksgiving, and it
That makes it a Thanksgiving movie.
and it
No,
starts
it's-
on Christmas and ends on Halloween. So, what would you consider the Addams Family?
It's a Halloween movie.
The
But it
Addams
starts with
Family
Christmas. It
is
starts
a
with them pouring the
Christmas
hot oil
holiday.
on the carolers.
Their
Yes.
butler is freaking Frankenstein. Of course,
That
it's a
doesn't make
Halloween
it a
movie.
He's not Frankenstein. Frankenstein is a
Halloween.
scientist.
Justin,
Oh my
please
God.
get us out of here, please.
Is Jumanji a Christmas movie?
Jumanji doesn't count. It's non-denominational.
But what about the ending?
I haven't seen Jumanji since it was on VHS. Anyway, Porky Dog asks, "Do you use the Joy-Con for gameplay? The says the controllers are too small and uncomfortable for his hands. When I first started playing my Switch, I was perfectly comfortable using the Joy-Con in the grip. The buttons and grip were a little bit small, but it functioned, and I didn't have a problem with it. Now I almost exclusively use the Pro Controller, but
Yeah, 'cause it's so nice. Oh my gosh.
and I did try one time. I was sitting in a sushi restaurant waiting for my to-go order, and I was trying to play Mario Kart with the Joy-Cons in either hand, and I was just not having it. So I almost never use the Joy-Cons unless I'm playing it in handheld mode.
If you listen to the show a lot, I never buy Pro controllers, like, ever. And I use the Joy-Con when I need them. Normally, I'm playing just like this with the Joy-Con attached to the system, and I almost never play on TV. But when I do an Infendo Plays video for YouTube, I have to record on the TV. So I always just do the detached Joy-Cons. So when I have to not play in handheld mode, I usually just I always play with the Joy-Cons.
I used to play with the Joy-Cons detached, and then I got my Pro Controller, and after that, I never looked back. I did play the majority of Mario Odyssey, though, with detached Joy-Cons, because I felt that game did play better with the slightly extra functionality.
Yeah, I tried that, and I didn't find that it did anything that Pro Controller didn't
Well,
do.
yeah.
So.
But I also tried playing Splatoon with detached Joy-Cons, and since the motion is sensed mainly with, I think it's the right Joy-Con, I couldn't do it. So I kind of have to play in some sort of a grip or controller for that one. But generally, I just play in the Pro Controller.
To be honest, yeah, like the one exception to what I just said is Rocket League for me, because the the movement and the button presses are so fine that I like to have that like extra back support on the controller in order to make sure that I press everything like right where it has to be. But yeah.
I was gonna just jump in and say that I have played. I'm kind of with Lucas, right? Like I don't really care which configuration I'm playing on. If I had the choice, I guess I would play with the Pro Controller just because it is rather comfortable. But at the same time, I do find myself with some games like for Zelda, for example, I'm wanting myself to have the ability to move my hands around freely, right? So I can, just move the right hand to move the bow. So I guess it really just depends on the game. But I don't find it uncomfortable really at all to play with just the Joy-Con, like let's say like Mario Kart on the sideways, right? Like it's not the most ideal situation, but it works.
It surprised me so much the first time I played a Switch because Schnazzy brought his over to a family picnic and snapped off the Joy-Con, snapped on the little grip things, and we played Mario Kart, and I was amazed at how comfortable this tiny little controller was in my normal sized hands. So I got to give them credit for that. Then it's not the optimal choice, but it is in my experience surprisingly comfortable. That said, I tried playing Mario Odyssey with the Joy-Con separated and just could not do it. It was not comfortable. However, if we ever get Skyward Sword HD, I will get used to it.
Right. Ooh, yeah, that sounds like great. You know what I want? Like, this is probably never going to happen, but give me like a Skyward Sword update type of thing. Maybe Skyward Sword 2, but let's have the Joy-Con with the sword. Let's have the other one with the shield, and let's go to town.
Just give me Skyward Sword 2. Just make that a thing.
Because we need to complicate the Skyward Sword controls more.
Yeah, let's do it. I'm in.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that was our timer sound. So why don't you take us with minus Lucas?
Okie dokie. Let me just click on over to my question here. Minus 64 asks so perfectly, if and when they add different themes to the Switch backgrounds and layouts, what franchise do you think will be your main one? Holy crap, that's a hard question to answer. I switch between 3DS themes like every week.
Yeah, mine's on random. So every time I turn on my 3DS, it's a different theme.
So
my theme will literally either be the one with the best music or the one with the game that's coming out next month.
So
Sure.
for me,
Okay.
I set my 3DS to random like Justin did, but the only themes that I put in there were Zelda themes. So
I
Lucas,
did that with the Sonic themes.
Lucas, you will appreciate this. One of my favorite 3DS themes is the Game Gear theme because it plays the 8-bit version of You Can Do Anything
Nice.
from Sonic 2 on Game Gear.
It's amazing.
Phantom Hacks, Jay-Z, you guys theming up your systems?
Xenoblade.
Metroid.
Yeah,
Ooh.
I've got the classic Metroid one with the Brinstar music.
Nice.
I would keep mine just the dark theme.
Sure, you're not a theming guy.
Nah.
I didn't really do much with my 3DS, but I do remember like way back in the Windows 95 days, like he used to be able to do like video game themes. So I remember vividly having like Command and Conquer theme for like the longest time, and all the icons were like tanks and stuff like that. So maybe I'll have to get back into that if they ever do that for the Switch, because that was a good time.
I know it's a pipe dream, but more than themes, honestly, right now, I just kind of want what PlayStation has, where you can just upload an image and like have that be the theme, you know?
Upload a screenshot.
Yeah, or anything really. Just like, I mean, we don't have a web browser, so you're kind of limited. You can't do like awesome fan art, but
well, you
still.
can load it onto your SD card though, or a hard drive.
Yeah,
I remember being able to like download custom themes from the internet for my PS3 and PSP, and that was always fun.
well, with a little hackery, you can do that for the 3DS too. There's tons of meme themes out there.
A little hackery?
Okay, some major hardcore hackery.
Yeah, that was awful.
Somebody's playing Mutant Muds.
No,
that's Sonic, dude.
Oh, is that 8-bit theme?
You know, I never even put together that was the song because it sounds so different from. As a kid, I never put that together.
It's the chorus part is from, but I think the verse is different because this came before You Can Do Anything was a song.
Can I point out that Justin taught me something about Sonic? Can I point out how weird this is?
Well, because I had a Game Gear. I had a Game Gear before I had a Game Boy, so this was my jam. One of my favorite games ever was the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers the movie for Game Gear.
All right, Lucas, take us away with our final Patreon question.
All right, Dr. Johnny 5 is alive, and he asks, do you guys use your phones as Wi-Fi hotspots to play online games on the go? I have unlimited data, so data isn't an issue on my end. Also, the quality of play has been decent for me. I have no issues when playing Splatoon 2. I also have unlimited data. I never even thought to do that, and honestly, I probably never would, just because, like, I'm never that desperate for online game. It's cool. It's a cool idea. I don't game that much out of the house to the point where I really need it, but I've never even thought to do that. What about you guys?
I have never done it because nobody wants to play with me.
Oh God.
If you played at midnight like a normal person.
Yeah,
I'm
Justin.
sleeping at
Jeez.
midnight like a parent person.
I actually tried doing it when I first got my Switch just to see if I could, and it works actually rather well. I tried it with Mario Kart, played online a match, didn't drop anything, so it worked pretty good.
Yeah, I have unlimited data, so one of these days I might try it, but I've never had a reason to. So
I've just never gotten around to trying it, honestly.
Sure. Anybody else thinking about hotspotting while they're on the porta potty at work?
Oh,
Was
damn
that
it, that's a
directed
good
at me?
idea. Because then I'm not on the work Wi-Fi when I'm doing it.
boss makes $1, I make a dime. That's why I poop on company time.
I have 2 gigabytes of data, so I don't.
Yeah.
I don't ever really use data much to begin with.
That's like a Splatoon match.
That's like logging on to online for Switch.
Yeah. Fair enough. Well, I guess that's kind of it for that question, unless anybody else wants to jump in here. And no, nobody does. Yeah, so we're going to move on to our final segment, and that is Change the System. I will start.
I lost Eugene.
Yeah.
Eugene,
you just
Eugene, we lost your audio.
will not start.
Hi, I'm back.
Okay.
Okay, so I'll start with the
We are
question
total
block segment.
professionals here at Infendo.
Exactly. I'll start question block. I haven't been playing much, but I did get back into Pokemon Go because the Heather's been playing it a lot actually lately. So I ended up getting her one of those gotcha devices. It's like a Pokemon Go on steroids, or a Pokemon Go Plus on steroids rather. And it's really cool. It basically, like if she's around a spinny thing, it'll spin it automatically for her. If she's around a Pokemon, it'll, do that automatically. So you don't have to worry about too much of that. And yeah, it's definitely gotten her back into it. And it got me to re-download the app. So that's a thing. Oh my God, there are so many new Pokemon, guys. Like the last time I turned it on, we were on Gen 2. And now there's just like so many different ones to download. So it's ridiculous. So yeah, that's been a thing. But other than that, honestly, haven't really been playing much. Been playing Bob the Builder again, I guess. I've been staining my baseboards and getting ready to finish off the moldings and everything in the room and move back in. So that's all I've got. I'm going to toss it off to one of y'all who wants to jump down in.
Why don't one of you patrons go next?
Yeah.
Well, 2 things. One, I've been playing a lot of Monster Hunter World, waiting for my Switch to come back. Y'all heard last week about the Switches being bricked because of third-party docks. Well, I got good news. I called up Nintendo Monday, and because of the special circumstances, even though it was past warranty, they gave me a shipping label, and I got shipped out for free repairs and everything. And now I'm just waiting for it to come back.
So
That's cool.
Are your game saves going to be salvaged, or?
They're going to put all the effort they can into saving the data. So I have a feeling it's going to be good. And the bonus is that I also contacted Nyko, and they offered to give me a full refund for the dock if I ship it in.
Nice.
And that'll be for store credit. So I'm going to be able to get a couple little accessories from their web store. So
Nice.
it's all
That
working
works.
out. It's all working out nicely.
Nice.
that's
Yeah,
good.
let's just keep our fingers crossed that you didn't lose like Xenoblade and stuff for a while. And like, yeah.
Nintendo's pretty good about making sure you get your stuff back in whatever condition you sent it there in. I had my Wii repaired a long time ago when like the video output was screwed up. I'd get little like screwed up pixels, and I didn't lose anything when I got that back. And even my Wii U gamepad, when I sent that in, I fully expected them to just send me a completely new gamepad, but they actually repaired the one that I had because I got it back with the decal and the miscolored stylus and everything. So they're pretty good about trying to get you back to square one.
Sure.
Nice.
What else have you been playing, Jay-Z?
Just Monster Hunter World, hunting the evil pickle that just came to us last week.
I half want to get that game when it comes to PC, but I just wouldn't have anybody to play it with, so it's like would be kind of a moot point, you know.
Well,
fair enough.
Unfortunate. I will say, if somehow we get a Switch port, even if I put $1,000 into the PS4 version, I am getting the Switch version.
Wait, you can put more money into the PS4? Is there like cosmetics and stuff?
Yeah, there's a couple little DLCs. One is for like cosmetics, some gestures. You get stickers, like little chat stickers in the game that you can use. Like, and there's one that's like a deluxe upgrade thing, which gives you kind of like a Japanese theme thing. Like you get samurai armor, you get like a hairstyle, face paint, different gestures to go with it. And that
now, correct me
samurai
if I'm
armor,
wrong, I was just gonna say, weren't all the other stuff, all the other DLCs for like all the other Monster Hunter, wasn't that like typically free?
Yeah. Oh yeah, we're still getting free We still got free DLC. We already got Horizon Zero Dawn collaboration that was free. We got Devil Joe, who was added in an update. Like we got different collaborations coming up. Devil May Cry, Street Fighter. Like they said that everything's gonna be free except for the occasional cosmetic thing.
Fair enough. Cool. All right. Well, do you have anything else you were playing before you wanted to toss it off to one of our other people on here?
Nope, that's pretty much it.
Fair enough. All right. Well, Hacks Phantom, what have y'all been playing? What are you playing right now? Hell.
What are you playing, Hacks?
I'm not playing anything right now.
Sure. I might be able to disprove this. Hang on.
I'm not playing anything. My Switch is
it's on the floor.
Well, what have you?
I'm doing a podcast. I've been playing a lot of Mario Odyssey. Yeah, fiance got that game for me, and I have to eat crow because Lukey and I were talking about Game of the Year stuff, and I had said, I think even if I had played Mario Odyssey, I still would have voted Breath of the Wild as Game of the Year. And now after playing Mario Odyssey, I'm not entirely sure about that.
Interesting.
It's really dug its claws into me, man. I'm at like 500 and almost 600 moons right now, and I really haven't stopped except to play Kirby because Kirby Star Allies came out, and I also have been just digging into that, which is really weird for me. Normally when I sit down to 100% a game, I can only focus on that one game, but I'm doing these kind of side by side really well because Kirby's at like 81%, which we had mentioned it earlier in the podcast about like spoilers coming out for games right as they are released. But like,
I saw the final boss on that game.
See, I managed
that guy.
I managed to avoid him before I actually got to him, and that was awesome. Like, if you haven't been spoiled on it yet, stay away from the internet for Kirby because that was just a great experience. And there's a lot of hidden stuff in the game, and like the game, it keeps reaching points where you're like, oh, I'm probably near the end, and then it's like, nope, you're not.
I love when Kirby games do that because you think of Kirby games as being really simple and lighthearted. And the first moment, I'm sorry, I don't mean to take over your spot here, but I just wanted to say, like, I remember getting to the end of Sonic Adventure when I was a kid. And
why are you talking about Sonic all day, Justin? Like, what the fuck?
Love it.
Well, are you talking about chat?
No, well, you're the one bringing up Sonic all podcast long, not Lucas. I don't get it.
Sonic, I meant Kirby. I'm sorry. I'm talking about Sonic in chat and saying
To be fair, Sonic Adventure kind of did that too with the whole
does.
Super Sonic thing. But go on.
Blue Crimson talked about Sonic Adventure in chat. Kirby's Adventure on the NES. I remember the final boss on that, and just blown away by just how out of left field and just cool and hardcore it was. But anyway, I didn't sleep yesterday, so give me a break.
The game itself is definitely, I mean, it's a Kirby game. I think I ended with 120 lives, and I think I only ever died once because I was talking to Amanda while holding left, and I just walked or right, and I just walked off. But maybe a little bit of a spoiler warning. It's got like your mini games, like a lot of the Kirby games have been doing since Superstar Ultra or Superstar, and those are just a ton of fun. It's just a great game. It's a really, really fun and just feel good game. If you want to have a game where you're like you worked really hard and you just want to zone out and relax to colorful music or colorful graphics and beautifully orchestrated music, Kirby is where it's at.
It pains me that it's $60.
Oh, I mean, honestly, man, it's worth it. Like it is absolutely worth it to me for that price point. Because it's actually one thing to talk about. Hopefully I can still write a review on it for Infendo.com. But my only complaint playing through the main story was that they had like puzzle pieces that you could collect for a picture, and they're like with Street Pass, there were pink puzzle pieces and then gray puzzle pieces, and the gray puzzle pieces would fall over each other, so you'd collect like 8, but really only 5 of them are new. And I was a little annoyed because it was like in my Kirby games, when I finish a level, I like to be done with it. I don't like to have to go back through a level to gather an item or something. But after you beat the game, there's like a time trial mode and and all this other stuff that's like where you can earn puzzle pieces, and so it just really gives reason to continue playing. There's a lot of replay value to it. The main campaign's probably around 6 to 7 hours, but then afterwards you definitely have like 20 to 30 hours of content.
6 to 7 hours is really a sweet spot for me anyway, but yeah, it's just so hard when Kirby games are usually the budget titles to see it for $60 and be like, well, I'm playing this by myself, so I don't have the multiplayer thing going for it, and
yeah. But other than that, I played a little bit of Rocket League with Lukey and Steve, and with that, I'll pass it over to Steve.
Yeah. So I've been playing a metric shit ton of Rocket League. Like, I am absolutely addicted to Rocket League all of a sudden. I don't know why, but I've just gotten really into that game. I've spent 4 nights last week up till 1 a.m. My time just playing Rocket League, and that is just not healthy. Like, you feel like crap going to work the next day. I'm having a lot of fun, though. I don't feel like a beginner player in that game anymore. I sure as hell am nowhere near good, but I've been enjoying it. My only complaint with the game is it has such a good soundtrack, and you don't get any music during the matches. The only time you actually get music is during the menus, and that's kind of a shame because it's got a really good soundtrack.
I didn't even think about that. It would be nice to be able to have the music be playing in match.
Yeah. God, what else have I been playing? Last night I was supposed to be on for Infendo game night, and instead I ended up playing Kirby with my wife. We played a full world. We played the third world from start to finish, and she plays games like that like I do, where we'll go through a level and we'll 100% it before we move on to the next level, which it's a terrible way to play games like that, but it's just how we've always done it. So we're completely done with the first 3 worlds, at least the first go around, it sounds like. And then I played a little bit of Blaster Master Zero because I had some extra time yesterday. I think I got through the 4th and the 5th sections of that game yesterday. I just realized you have a map that shows you where stuff is. So I went back to some of the previous areas and collected some of the stuff that I was missing. So now I'm a little bit more powerful. But the biggest thing that's happened to me this week is I got this headset I'm wearing. It's the Arctis 3 Bluetooth headset like I was talking about last week. And I have been using the crap out of that to play Rocket League. Like I was saying, Rocket League itself doesn't have music in it. But if I'm playing and I'm not chatting with somebody, I can actually listen to music while I'm playing Rocket League, which is kind of nice. Or I can be chatting with somebody and playing Rocket League in my headset and on handheld mode, and still getting all the audio through one headset.
That's a really rad feature, how you can pipe in 2 audio channels into the same
exactly
headset.
And the nice thing too about that is, since the audio channels are Bluetooth and analog, you still have to control the audio from the device it's originally coming from. So if you want to just crank them all up, like crank them both all the way up, it's got a volume thing right here behind the left ear that's a manual audio that you can turn up and down. It's just a little dial like what's on an old Walkman or something.
You might have to send me the link for that headphone set. That looks amazing.
Yeah.
Or like what I usually do is I crank the audio all the way up on the headset and adjust it on each device separately, and then when I want to turn all the volume up or down at once, I do it on the headset itself. Lucas, how many hours would you say I've spent on calls with you this last week? Probably 6 or 7.
Well, we usually hook up around midnight, and we're usually up until about 4
your
Eastern
time. Yeah.
Golly.
So I would say probably about 12 to 16 hours of Rocket League.
So
yeah, but see, we're doing this when everyone else is unconscious. So.
Now, here's why I bring that point up. It's not to say how late and how much I've been playing games lately. It's to say I have not charged the batteries on this headset since I bought it, and I've been using Bluetooth every night.
Nice.
So,
wow, that's incredible, actually.
Yeah, so I don't know if like this whole I don't know if this whole left ear is a battery or what, but maybe it's the fact that it's half analog, half digital that does that. I don't know, but the battery life on it is amazing.
That's really great.
My only disappointment is you can't use it as a USB headset, so it's straight up with the auxiliary cable. But even the audio is pretty good. I did an entire meeting with Eugene and a couple other people on Friday night, and Eugene probably at that point thought I was talking on a studio headset, but then I flipped it over to my Blue Snowball, which just blows the quality of it out of the water. But considering it's just a standard analog headset, the audio is actually really good on it. I plan on using it for Let's Plays with my capture cards, and it'll work just fine.
Awesome.
So that's what I wanted to spend the majority of my time talking about, was this headset. It's pricey. It's $120. It is worth every penny, especially once we get Nintendo Online. and we have to start using 2 devices anyway, because we all know that we're on Skype or Discord plus playing our games. It's so nice. So
that's really good. Awesome. Cool. Well, I'm going to toss it over to Phantom. What have you been playing this week?
Well, a lot of Disc Jam, obsessively.
Apparently, you're a Disc Jam champion.
Number 2.
Getting close. I got like 1 point within number 1 of the top Switch guy, and then I fell all the way down to 8. And then I had to claw my way back up to 2.
Does it show you like your rankings per like Switch and then like overall and everything like that too?
Yeah, it has crossplay and then it has Switch.
Cool.
So I'm like about 40 in crossplay, but I'm like number 2 in Switch.
That's amazing.
That really is awesome.
We know a celebrity.
If you get to number 1, we can tout your being on the show as the Switch champion of Rocket League.
Disc Jam.
But I'm starting to create nemesis and rivals now because I'm playing a lot of the top players now.
Sure.
I'm glad you're getting some use out of it.
Remind me never to play you, because I have that game and I still have not played it.
Yeah, and I hope my neighbors aren't staring into my house that you see a grown man yelling no and yes, jumping up and down. But other than that, I downloaded SteamWorld Dig 2 and beat that.
Oh, yeah.
That was really good. I don't know when I became the indie guy. That's a new thing.
Yeah,
that's what I am now.
You've replaced me.
That and yeah, you guys should give the a shot. I think the original one's like 50% off now, isn't it?
You can get, I was actually looking at this because I plan on buying both of them tonight. You can get both SteamWorld Dig games right now for the price of what SteamWorld Dig 2 normally is.
So like $20.
Yeah, $20 for the pair of them. It's 15 for number 2 and it's 5 for number 1.
I definitely recommend them. I mean, they're a little short, but those are good games. Those are good games. And I downloaded Kamiko. Is that it?
Oh, the game's good. Kamiko.
Yeah, who was the one that said that was on sale? Because I ended up buying that and Blossom sale.
That game is so good.
I'm considering that, but I've got so many other games.
I
started Blossom Tale today.
I figured I'd give it a shot for $3. It's pretty good.
Yeah,
I've only
right?
put about
$3.
45 minutes. $3. What am I gonna spend $3 on? A gallon of gas?
Seriously. Not even. It's like, yeah, it's crazy. Yeah.
That'll buy me a drink and chips tomorrow morning on my way to work.
And even buy me Starbucks.
God, what do you get at Starbucks for $3? I get out of there for $5.
Yeah, it's usually $5, $6 now.
Yeah.
Drink non-milkshake coffee.
We're fancy around here.
No.
Fancy at Infendo.
Yeah, Kamiko is really good, man. There's a collectible per level. It assists itself to a speedrunning game. So
how many worlds are there?
There's four worlds.
Okay, so I'm on the last one.
And then that final boss after that.
So I'm on the last world. All right. It's a pretty short game, but $3, what do you want?
Yeah, it's like I said, it wants to be a speedrunning game. You'll see, but it'll give you a trophy for how quickly you beat it and how well and like items and stuff that you got. But it's a really fun game. And who are you playing as right now?
I don't know the characters. It's the one with the sword, not the sword and shield, but the sword.
That's the kind of like the main character. But the other two characters play insanely different. Like,
I'll have to give it a shot.
Yeah, like it's a really good game.
Once I stop wandering in circles, wondering where to get the key for a level, but
yeah.
But other than that, that's pretty much all I've been playing.
Awesome. Fair enough. I wanna like you, I picked up that Kamiko as well, so I'm gonna have to give that a go here. It's supposed to be kind of like a Zelda-like, right? You've played it, right, Hax?
Yeah, I've beaten it. It's I mean, it's sort of. It's like a Zelda light.
Okay.
Like it, because it's a map that could maybe qualify as a dungeon, but not really. And then you fight one boss per map, and then you fight a final boss. But it's really nice. It's solid, and the soundtrack's on iTunes and probably Google Play Store and everywhere else, and it's a great soundtrack. So,
is it a soundtrack that costs more than the game itself?
Yes, it is.
God.
All right. Well, why don't you take us into your change the system? I think Justin, you still have to go, right? If you do, take us away.
All right. Well, based on the sale and several recommendations on Twitter, I ended up getting Blossom Tales today. Only played about 5 minutes of it, so I got nothing to say there. Let's see. I need to make a list because I tend to bounce around in my games.
Sure.
What have I been playing? Oh, I've gotten addicted to Skyrim again. Like I fell off. I was back on the wagon for a couple of weeks, but I fell off again, and now I'm hooked. Let's see, I'm nearing the end of Membrane, so I've gotten stuck on that twice, but luckily the developer is good about throwing me hints whenever I get stuck. He actually has a strategy guide that he put on his website, so if you ever get stuck in Membrane, go to his website. But I should have a review for that next week. Kind of done with 80s Overdrive, so I'll have a review for that this week. Haven't really been playing much else, to be honest. I mean, I can look at my Switch and see what's most recently played, but I can't think of what else I've been playing. Haven't
honestly. I'm more interested in your experience going to the Nintendo World Store. If you want my honest opinion.
Okay. Well, my honest opinion on that is I was only there for about 15 minutes.
Come on, Justin! You gotta play the Vietnam War Game Boy or some shit.
You can't play it; it's in a display case. But if you go on Twitter, I do have a picture of it. It's a Vietnam War Game Boy. What the hell?
Oh yeah, I'm sorry. World War II. You're right.
Apparently, Nintendo ripped off the Vietnamese with their portable gaming systems. No, I mean, I've only been there once before, back when it was Nintendo World. That was in 2012. The layout of the store is more or less the same. So not much to talk about there. Definitely a fanboy's dream. They have every possible Nintendo thing you could think of, everything from books to shirts to obviously games and accessories. I was hoping they would have the Mario Red Joy-Con. I would have put those on credit if they had them, but no such luck there. They do have some Japanese playing cards there, and I think some of the manga, the Zelda manga and stuff like that. A lot of it's really stuff that you can get off of Amazon. But one thing I really did want that you can't buy anywhere else is there is a shirt that says Nintendo in kanji and New York under it. And if you know me, I love really esoteric stuff. So that would be like perfect for me, because anybody who knows what it is would be like, "Oh my god, awesome shirt," and everybody else would be like, "Huh?" So
sure.
I actually have a tattoo of the Nintendo kanji logo, and like I'm distracted by the Mario 64 behind your head, Eugene, because I just saw Mario jump through a cage and I didn't know you could do that. I was like, but yeah, there was actually some special event going on for the release of Detective Pikachu, and I got to have my picture taken with Pikachu.
Nice.
And
I'm jealous.
I got a word search and a notepad for my son, and that was kind of neat. But yeah, I didn't get to spend a whole lot of time in there because I was there with my fiance and her family, and nobody else cared, and nobody wanted to go in, so I couldn't spend all day in there. But
well, I'll
it
tell
was
you
cool.
what. Next time I come to New York, I'll come spend the day with you, and we'll go to the Nintendo store.
Well, considering it's a 3-hour drive and a 1-hour train ride to get to New York City for me, that's going to be quite a day trip.
We'll just meet you there.
We'll make it 24 hours. You like those?
Oh, God, yeah. But yeah, gaming wise, it's been kind of light for me. Yeah, I just kind of pick up and play something while I'm on the can, or Skyrim after my fiance goes to sleep, and yeah, it hasn't been all that active. Well, I should have more to talk about next week, though, because with all the eShop sales, I splurged a little bit and got Blossom Tales and Lego Worlds, and so I'll have those to talk about next week.
Nice.
And keep an eye out on Infendo.com for my reviews of 80s Overdrive and Membrane coming up as soon as they're ready.
Awesome.
Well, I got one quick thing to add, because you reminded me, you said that they had the manga at the store. Well, just over the weekend, I got volume 3 of the Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess manga. And if none of you guys have gotten into this manga, you have to. It's great. It's dark. It's darker than the game, and I love it. I can't wait for volume 4 to come out.
It's in English, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, sign me up. I'm there.
So Twilight Princess mangas are not in the box set that you can get on Amazon.
Well, the box set, I don't know about that box set. It might be a box set for right now, but it's ongoing, and we just got volume 3 in.
Okay, so probably not.
I'll also tack onto that the Metroid manga is really old, but also really good if you want like backstory and like character development and stuff. It's pretty cool. So,
Can you buy that somewhere? Is it?
I don't know. I always just read it online, but I was a poor college kid, so
I need this.
All right, Lucas, you are our final person to change the system. What have you been Infendo playing this week?
I've been Infendo playing a lot of games, and I don't know why, because I feel like I've been really busy, but in my downtime, I re-downloaded Stardew Valley, which was one of the games that got the boot earlier, because I've been wanting a good life sim. That's like one of my favorite genres, so gonna try to get back into that. Truth be told, I was kind of bored after the first day again, but it's a well-made game, so we're gonna see how that goes. I pre-bought a game called Genkido, Kintaro's Revenge, which after I started playing it, I realized is a Game Boy Advance game that has been ported, well, upscaled, but basically ported to Switch. So it's a lot harder and a lot clunkier than I expected it to be. It's still a really cool game. I'm still really enjoying it, but it wasn't exactly what I was planning on. I also downloaded Cluster Truck, which I did a bunch of Infendo Plays videos about. Those are going to go on YouTube as soon as tomorrow, so I won't talk much about that. Cool game, though. You should definitely check that out. I'm on hour 4 of the Kirby Star Allies demo because I don't own the game yet, but I probably will by the middle of the week because I have a check waiting to clear from one of my bosses, and then I'll have more than enough money to spend it without feeling guilty. So then I can finally get Kirby and jump in on that. In the meantime, when I'm not playing the demo, I'm playing Kirby Superstar Ultra because the original Superstar was one of my favorite games, and it's still really cool, and it holds up well. I played a ton of Rocket League with Steve and with Hax and with Phantom. I also played Mario Odyssey, the balloon thingy, and I played a lot of that with Hax too. And I gotta say, it's a lot more fun to play the balloon hunting mode with somebody else on a Skype call. Because like we would each hide a balloon and then we would like race to find each other's balloons, and it's like a self-made multiplayer game. It's kind of how I used to play video games with my friends like in real life when I was a kid. So that's a lot of fun. I would definitely be down for doing that again sometime because it was really cool. And I'm up to like rank 38 and I cannot stop until I hit rank 50 because I have to 100% this game. And if that means doing the freaking balloon hunt missions over and over again, I'm gonna do it. I think that was the extent of what I played. Like I said, a lot of games, not a lot of substance. I did get another chance to play Danmaku Unlimited 3, which is the game that I reviewed a few weeks back. I finally beat the easiest difficulty. I almost beat normal difficulty, but I haven't yet. But I'm getting better, and you unlock a few additional things to help you each time you play it. It's a fantastic game. I can't recommend it highly enough. I know I've talked about it for like 3 straight weeks, but it's a really good game. Other than that, it's just been a lot of Plague Inc. on my phone when I'm bored, and that's kind of been everything I've done. I will say that by next week, I will probably be diving back into Assassin's Creed Black Flag on the Wii U because I've had a hankering for some pirate shenanigans. So if Kirby and my new job don't eat up all of my time, Assassin's Creed will probably get some of it.
Interesting.
And that's that.
That is an interesting callback. I honestly forgot that was even a Wii U game.
Honestly,
I have it on the PS3. I haven't played it yet, though.
Honestly, it was my first Assassin's Creed game. It's my favorite Assassin's Creed game, and I honestly don't even really like it for the Assassin's Creed elements. I just like it because it's pirates. Like it's a very fun open world kind of semi-pirate sim. And like that does a lot for me. So like I just love going into town and causing mayhem. And like when I was a kid, I used to pirate sim in Wind Waker like all day. Like I'd get out the cannons and I'd shoot at Windfall, and then I'd run out with my sword and I'd start like slashing at the villagers and taking all the money. And like imagination is my forte in single player video games because I am a sad only child. So anytime a game allows me to go above and beyond that, I'm happy. since it's still my time to ramble, I have been playing Kirby Star Allies, the demo, in 2-player mode and controlling both of the characters so I can play as a helper because I like playing as the helpers and I don't have anybody to be Kirby.
Hey,
I just kind of like move the helper and then like I move Kirby around.
That is quite possibly the saddest thing I've heard.
I know.
You know that you can jump on their back to control them, right?
I do, but it feels more special to actually move them all the time. So what I
feels
do
more
is
special to pretend I have a friend.
You can jump on their back to control them?
Yeah, if you press down when you're jumping on them, you
I
land
am
on them.
4 worlds into this game, and I did not know that, and I'm ignoring Justin's your mom joke.
if you're playing with 2 players, I like to have Kirby hop onto my back and just control him, and then if I get hit, I'm still the helper. So like that's how I've been going about it. But you know, it's fun. Oh, and I found out that you can literally burn Wispy Woods like to a cinder.
You can also throw a heart at him.
Yes, I saw that on a YouTube vid, but I can't do it in the demo because the demo doesn't give you a chance after you beat the boss. So I haven't been able to try that yet, but soon.
One other thing for me, sorry, there is a mode after you beat the game that you're really gonna like.
Good. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah.
Well, I know that people can control like the dream buddies or whatever. So like I'm hopeful that there's something along the lines of that. Because like I've seen solo gameplay of Marks. It's like I know that that's a thing. So I'm excited for more stuff.
As I've been playing it with my wife, I get to play as the buddies because this is her game. So I get to play as the buddies, and they are so much fun. That psychic guy, oh my gosh, he's my favorite. I don't think you've seen him yet, but he is so much fun.
One of my 2 things, since I'm eating up Eugene's time anyway, I like that they brought back Plug or whatever his name is, Kirby 64, and 2, Helper to Hero was like my favorite mode in Superstar Ultra because you actually got to play as the buddies like the whole time. So
it's back.
Oh yes, good. I'm very excited. Like this game. Honestly, everything that I've seen about it seems like my favorite elements from 64 mixed with my favorite elements from Superstar, and it seems like they really know like what makes a good Kirby game and what makes a mediocre one, and they've done a lot to make it a good Kirby game. So I'm really excited.
I want it so badly.
Yeah, it looks like a really good Kirby game.
Justin, it would be a good game for you and Melissa to play together.
Melissa doesn't play games.
You might be able to get her to play this one.
No, I can't.
You can tell that this game was absolutely a passion project for someone.
And I gotta say, like Switch games in general have that like seal of quality for Nintendo. Like they put a lot of stuff into Splatoon 2 that they knew people wanted from the first one. Mario Odyssey was a dream game for me. Everybody loves Breath of the Wild, and now we've got Kirby. It's like if there's a main game coming out on the Switch, but if there's a main series game coming out on the Switch, like you can tell they put a lot of time and effort into it. I really like that. I'm gonna stop before Luigi cuts me off. So
again,
that
almost sounded just like it.
All right. Well, that was our final system to change. That brings us to the end of the show.
Remember when Change the System used to be about playing games that weren't on Nintendo systems?
Yeah. Really? Right. Well, honestly, we did that because there weren't a lot of games coming out on the Nintendo systems. Remember, we started during the Wii U game.
Like is that why we did that?
Yeah. Well, there was just not a lot coming out. Like there was Mario Maker, and then
nothing.
That was it. So yeah, but that brings us to the end of Change the System. That brings us to the end of the show, but not before we do our thank yous. We have a lot of fine people to thank this month because if you were our patron, you get your name read at the end of the show, of the final show of the month. So with that said, Justin, do you want to take our first group of people?
Sure. We would like to thank Andrew Steerson, Apollo Lemon, Daniel Daskin, Dr. Johnny Five, Efren Gonzalez, and EP Knothead. Thank you very much for your patronage, and hope you're still enjoying the show.
Yes. I'll take our next group of people because we have FatSack51. Thank you for being a patron. Thank you, Heather White. We saw you jumping in the chat tonight. Thanks for popping on in. We have James Brown. Not that James Brown. This one's corrupted. We also have Mike Corky Dog, and finally we have Jonathan Lewis. Oh God, do it. Just do it.
He said it right this time. Sorry, Jonathan Lewis.
All right.
Why
don't you take our next list for us, Lucas?
First, we would like to thank Jay-Z Beast. Thank you, Jay-Z Beast.
You're welcome.
Kevin Bell. I assume that your name is pronounced Malik Emrys, but it could be Malik. I'm not sure. I'm going to go with Malik. That sounds right to me. Mark Nowak. Michael Larson, who is our lovely... Wait, Michael Larson. That's another Michael. That's not any of the Michaels that are usually on the show. There's so many Michaels. And Mustard Giant Cow, who I will always remember as the winner of our first contest that we did, I believe. So thank you guys. You are all my lovelies, and I care about each and every one of you more than the last. Not in the order of that, though. It's up to you to figure out who I love the most. So,
all right, Steve, please take us there.
All right. Thank you to -64, not only for your patronage, but for those amazing morphers you're working on.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you, Phantom, for being my other half, even though you're taking over my spot as the indie guy, and I don't like that. So I need to brush up on that shit. I know, Steve 2.0. Thank you, Robert Gagnon. We appreciate your patronage. Thank you, Rocco, also known as Monty. And thank you, Schnazzy One. We appreciate your guys' patronage.
Very nice. Thank you all very much.
And if I can do it, I just want to also give a very special thank you to Hacks Life, who was our executive producer for the last couple of months.
I just wrote that in the chat. You just had to steal my thunder.
Well, we mentioned you anyway. We really appreciate everything you do. Thank you.
Yeah, well, I believe in you guys, and I know that even without my future patronage for now, you will continue to go incredibly far. So
you'll be back. They always are.
And I love you even more now that I know that you like basically the same games and movies and theme parks that I like.
Oh yeah!
God, you guys were quoting Family Guy earlier on today too, you motherfucker.
We still gotta compare Disney pins. I asked about that the first time I was on.
That's right. I gotta dig them out of my closet upstairs.
Yeah.
If you all haven't heard enough about it, also one of those lovely people we just thanked is going to win a Legend of Zelda chess set next week. Next week.
No, it's next show.
Well, next show that's not an all paid. Yeah. That's even confusing. Next week. April
4th.
A week from Wednesday, you're going to get to find out who wins that beautiful chess set. So thank you guys for being our patrons. It means a lot. You guys are special to us. You know who you are.
We love you.
You're one of them.
And I was
it's self-love, Lucas. It's self-love.
All right. Well, we are going to get out of here for the evening. But before we do, make sure that you follow us on all of our channels. You can follow me at Infendo Eugene on Twitter. You can make sure to follow Infendo at Infendo. Of course, go to patreon.com and type in /Infendo Radio and throw us a few bucks if you want to win that aforementioned chess set. And finally, go to Infendo.com. You can join our Discord, comment on our articles, tell us who you want in Smash, all kinds of fun stuff. So, yeah, join us there at Infendo.com. Lucas, where can we find you this week?
Best place you can find me, most important place you can find me is patreon.com/YouAdventure. I'm making a game. I like money. I like support. If you want to become my patron, I would super appreciate it. If you don't want to become my patron, there's a link on that site anyway for a free demo of the first world of the game that I'm always updating because I'm always updating the first world because it's a work in progress. Either way, I love you. Please check me out. I need exposure more than I need $5. If you've tried the game and you want to give me feedback, any feedback is welcome. Best place to do that these days is my personal Twitter, which is at LucasPeace_. Tweet at me. Tell me what I'm doing wrong. Tell me that you hate my guts. Tell me that I'm a beautiful person. I don't care. Just tweet at me. Give me some feedback. I have a week to work on this thing before my next patron release. I want it to look really good. I'm going to muscle my way into a third world, even though the second one is far from done. If you think that's a stupid idea, tweet at me and tell me, no, get back to work on the other world. That's how I learn. That's all I've got, because I don't want to mix you guys up with a bunch of other nonsense. Also, our YouTube. Check out our YouTube. I make videos. And that's that. Who wants to talk next?
All right, I'll go. You can follow me on Twitter. This is Justin. I forget that we don't always, that not everybody who listens to us can also see. What are you putting on your God, Eugene, with your damn green screen? Anyway, you can follow me on Twitter at InfendoJustin. All of my gaming information is there. My Switch friend code, my Wii U profile. I do still play my Wii U on occasion. I'm ignoring everything that is going on right now. I'm sure it will distract me. If you are as interested in Disney World as I and apparently Hacks are, you can go to utilidork.com. That is UTILIDORK. The blog itself is a little sparse right now, but there are links to the Twitter and all the other social network profiles in that. What is happening? Somebody else go.
Oh, mother hell. JC, save us. Where can we find you this week?
Okay, let me turn my mic back on. Okay, you can find me at JC Beast on Twitter. But more importantly, you can find me in the Infendo Discord, where I am just always having a good time with everybody.
Yeah, this is a train wreck. Those of you listening on the podcast, you gotta watch live on YouTube. Whatever the hell is happening right now.
All right, I'm gonna go now while I can talk. I had to take my glasses off, so I can't see what's going on.
Hi, Lucas's kitty.
You can find me at Gentis1 on Twitter. All right, someone else go.
Hacks, where can we find you? Help us.
You can find me everywhere on the internet as Hacks Life, HAXXLYPH. It is pronounced life, not liff. Mostly I'm on Twitter. I have an Instagram, but I really don't use it. You should definitely join us on the Discord. You can get that link either from all of these wonderful people's Twitter links, the Twitter for Infendo itself, or Infendo.com. You can go directly to the Discord. I'm one of the three lovely moderators there. We'll welcome you with open arms. We're always looking for people to play games with and just chat about everything. And all of our Infendo crew here and our moderators do really good work to keep that thing looking snazzy and not out of date. So please swing by and spend some time with us there.
Very nice. Very nice. All right, Phantom, take us home. Where can we find you?
You find me on Twitter at Phantom4995.
Ignoring everything.
Or in the Infendo Discord, which you can join from Infendo.com. Or you can go read me, Lucas, and my article about.
Okay, wait. You can find me on Twitter at Phantom4995 or on the Infendo Discord. And you can go to Infendo.com and read the amazing article about Smash he just wrote. Somebody
Thank you, Lucas.
louder
Thank you.
than the laughter.
Thank you, Lucas.
Oh, God.
Damn you, Eugene.
All right, we're good. We're shutting this show down. We're not coming back next week. It's fucking canceled.
Steve, you get to go?
Yeah. I snuck in between laughs.
Thank you all for watching the last episode of Infendo Radio. It's been a ride.
Eugene, you have fogged up my glasses. Jesus Christ.
Also,
I'd like to point out that this is all Eugene's fault.
Yes.
is the biggest problem.
Also, don't forget that starting this week, I believe, you're going to have a show this Wednesday, and then it's moving. The show's moving back to Wednesday nights, not Sundays. Don't come here on Sunday; they won't be here. But they will be here every Wednesday night, unless otherwise stated, for the rest of their lives, or they're losing their contract.
Entirely.
Thank you, Phantom. We appreciate you doing our jobs because we can't focus.
Yeah, we
clearly.
can't.
Good job, Phantom. Man, it's really. I'm so glad.
It's
okay. It's okay. You're just
really
calling him
going downhill.
For once, my ADD is actually benefiting me right now.
I'm real glad that I pulled out on executive.
Eugene,
I'm glad I pulled out on Steve's mom.
Oh my god.
Eugene, at one point you had a cat popping up behind your chair.
Don't get cooked. Stay off the hook.
Bye, guys. See y'all next week. Catch you later. Jesus.
Turn this stream off.
We're
Jesus.
so sorry.
Okay. Since I'm playing with...
Let's see you edit your way out of this one.
Oh.
All right, since we're having fun with Chroma Key, and you had the Super Mario Brothers Super Show playing in the background, I got to tell a little anecdote. For probably, I don't know, 15, 20 years of my life, however long I was watching that show until a few years ago, I couldn't figure out why in the intro and outro segments, Mario and Luigi were wearing white shirts, but in the regular live action segments, they were in blue shirts. Never occurred to me until a few years ago. Oh, wait, because they were in front of a blue screen.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right.
So looking at you and seeing through your chair because the green screen is reflecting off of it apparently reminded me of that process.
My thought as a child was just, oh, they grabbed fire flowers. Like
That was my thought too.
Yeah.
But then they'd have white overalls and
Except that in the Super Show, the colors of their overalls and their shirts were reversed anyway.
no,
So for me,
they
it just
were accurate to the depiction of that time.
But that's what I'm saying. They had a red overall and blue shirts. So it made sense they would still have the red overalls, but they would have the white shirts when they went, Fire Mario.
But they didn't. Mario had white pants and a red shirt in the cartoon.
Eugene, that cat's gonna get you. It's popping at your head.
So I think the lesson here is that a more subdued background is preferred for a showtime.
I think what I might end up doing if I get a green screen and the technology to use it would be to just like take a picture or something of
That's what I'm gonna do.
Yeah, my Nintendo decorations and just make it look like I'm sitting in front of them.
I don't know if you guys have ever watched Jim Sterling, but he does kind of something like that where he puts like yeah, right, where I can superimpose like what looks like a podium in front of me, so it looks like I'm standing in front of a podium or something like that. So I need to just mess with it.
I know exactly what I'm doing when I get it. I'm spamming the crap out of Hue Adventure gameplay, and I'm just having it in the background the entire time.
Sure. I'm gonna throw the link to the drive somewhere. I guess we might as well end the live feed. So bye, guys. See you live, listeners. Thanks
Bye.
for
We're
joining us.
sorry.
We'll be better next Wednesday.
No, we won't.
We promise.
No.